Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to WIAA Division II, Level 2 high school football here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. It's high school football tonight. The Crosse Riverhawks have traveled north to take on your River Falls Wildcats. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Jeff Johnson, Rob Derry, the artist, Braden Engstrom, and Chris Larson downstairs bringing you the action tonight. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing great, Kevin. If you've been waiting all year for a game that's going to be cold and rainy, well, you finally got your wish tonight.
It took us 11 weeks, but the temperature has finally dropped. Why don't we put the temperature on there? Let's see what we got going on there. Just to let folks at home know where we're at tonight with temperature. There, it's 38 degrees, Jeff. And the wind's out of the west-northwest at 10 miles an hour. It probably feels like about 35, I'm guessing. We're going to find out
that
shortly. So, anyway, it's a cool one tonight. It's damp. It's not like a heavy rain, but it's kind of misting, and things will be damp and cool tonight. So here we are, Level 2 football. The La Crosse Central Riverhawks in town, coming off a big win last week versus Menasha by a score of 38-20. Against your River Falls Wildcats. They're 9-1 in the season, 6-1 overall, coming off a big win over Beaver Dam last week by a score of 48-21. Again, throw all the record books out the window. It's Level 2 WIAA state playoffs, and we're going to get it on tonight here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls at David Smith Stadium. Jeff, what can we expect tonight?
Well, let's talk a little bit first about La Crosse Central, coached by Mitch Olson. Riverhawks, the co-champions of the Mississippi River Conference with a record of 7-3 overall, 6-1 in the conference. They shared the conference title with Holman. Last week, like you said, Kevin, they won in Level 1 at home against Menasha, 38-20. You're going to hear the name Christian Rudrud a lot tonight, number 7. He plays some quarterback. He plays some running back. He also plays some defensive back. He has an astounding 1,694 rushing yards for the season, 25 touchdowns. Also plays quarterback, like we said. He's thrown for 875 yards and 8 touchdowns. And, oh, by the way, he has 56 tackles on defense. So
he's like the kid from Beaver Dam last week, Blank, who plays both ways, and he's a stud.
He's a stud, absolutely. Heading to Minnesota Duluth on a football scholarship next year. Another name you're going to hear quite a bit is junior Gabe Service, number 3. He plays quarterback, and he also plays in the secondary. If they have to throw the ball, he often comes in the game to throw it. He has 362 yards passing, but also not afraid to run the ball as well. And he's also one of their top receivers, 15 receptions for 182 yards, and he's their leading tackler on defense. So both these kids, Rudrud and Service, you'll hear their names a lot tonight.
Yes, you will. They're going to be facing a pretty tough River Falls Wildcat defense. Let's go back to that previous screen, Braden. Let's take a look at those statistics again. I want to talk a little bit about the not only the records, but the points per game. The third line down there, so La Crosse Central is averaging 30 points per game, while the Wildcats are averaging 41.1 points per game. That's pretty big for high school football.
That's really big. In fact, they've scored 40 or more points in 8 out of the 10 games this season. Really the only team that's been able to control the River Falls offense was New Richmond several weeks ago. And then if you recall that game, if you were watching, it poured like crazy the entire game. So it certainly had some impact on the passing game, but obviously New Richmond's a very good team too, as they're playing tonight as well. Yeah,
I'll just put a little cap on that. River Falls has scored 40-plus points in 8 out of the 10 games they played this season, and they outscored their opponents 41.1 to 17.9. That's a 23.2 margin. Wow, that's pretty gaudy.
That's really gaudy, and you know, we talked about the offense a little bit already, but the defense for the Wildcats has been strong all season, led by several players. Their leading tackler, number 19, Thade Dreyer, he has 92 tackles from his linebacker position. Defensive end, number 83, Austin Stelright, has 9 sacks on the year. And then in the secondary, leading the Wildcats in interceptions is number 25, Oliver Simmons, with 4. He had another one last week.
That was a big one.
That was a real big one in the third quarter. Wildcats were tested a little bit by Beaver Dam last week. If you were watching that game, it was 21-13 at halftime, and then they forced 3 turnovers in the first 5 minutes of the second half to break open a real close game and come up with a comfortable victory.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the brackets. We got a few minutes here. So here we are. River Falls did defeat Beaver Dam last week. There they are in level 2. Facing La Crosse Central, who defeated Menasha last week. Looking across the board, Oshkosh North defeated Marshfield, and they're playing New Richmond right now, and that game is underway, and there's already a score in that. You can see it on the bottom of your ticker down below, and Oshkosh North is had 28-21 in the second quarter. That's a shootout.
It's a shootout, absolutely. Yeah, both teams just going back and forth, scoring touchdowns in that game. That game being played at New Richmond High School, obviously similar weather conditions to what you see here.
Yeah, so let's talk about our quarterback situation here. Tino Massa, we have a graphic for that as well. Wildcat quarterback history, and our quarterback tonight, he's at the top of the list for career passing leaders, and I don't know what's up with the Massa family, but they know how to grow quarterbacks over there, Jeff.
They certainly do. Tino has bragging rights in the household now as he has exceeded his brother Vito, who obviously was an excellent quarterback too, class of 22, in both career passing yards and season passing yards as well. One person to pass in that season list, and that is Logan Gretz, who graduated in 2018. Tino should pass Logan tonight for that record.
Geez, nice job, Braden Engstrom, with the graphics this evening. Not bad.
Always bring something new every week.
Not bad, yep, not bad. He's always got something teed up for us. The Wildcats are coming out of the locker room now. We've got Chris Larson downstairs. How's that camera looking down there? We got a camera down there or what? Oh, yeah, we do. Look at that. There they come out of the locker room. There's big old number 75, Sam Simpson. He'll be an impact tonight.
Sam Simpson, always an impact. Senior left tackle going to Indiana University next year.
I just got goosebumps looking at all of that. Look at that. Kids coming out of the locker room. These horses. A whole community, River Falls, Wisconsin, living vicariously through this high school football team. It's kind of crazy, but it's going on all over the country, and right now it's happening in River Falls, Wisconsin. There he is, Joseph Terra-Savage. Bring your team out, Joseph. Let's go. Wildcats take the field. Got the Wildcat flag. Kids all jacked up in a case. 2 cases of Mountain Dew tonight in level 2. We're ready to go play some football. Rain is letting up. It's still coming down a little bit, but it's really not going to be impactful, I don't believe.
I don't think so. Just kind of a steady drizzle. Probably not super comfortably sitting outside watching, but if you're not, we're happy to bring this to you at home.
Yeah, so speaking of people at home, Anthony Hengst in the Fox Valley is in the house for level 2 spooktacular, he said. We're in the garage tonight with the Sloppy Joes and the trick-or-treaters. So you got to love some Sloppy Joes on a cool night in the garage watching some high school football. Boy, that's kind of says it all right there. Anthony Hengst, Lois Allman, Joe, and 3 times a G. Let's go. Let's go.
Pretty good student section here tonight as they're starting to file in. A couple other games in our Division II section. Section 2, Slinger is playing at Notre Dame. That's a big one tonight. 2 defending state champions will be squaring off against each other, which is pretty unusual to see this early in the playoffs. And then the winner of that game will take on the winner of the Wauwatosa East Rice Lake game, that being played at Rice Lake. Rice Lake a heavy favorite in that game.
We'll keep an eye on it. Watch the bottom of your screen. Braden Engstrom, our executive producer, will keep you up to date on those scores. Hey, welcome aboard Carter Kirk from Catalina Island. Said it kills him to be away, but he's tuning in tonight, so welcome Catalina Island.
It's probably a little warmer than 38.
38, what we have here. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's the good sportsmanship speech. And no tobacco products. Dang it, I was going to do those no-filter Camels again. up here. Let's go. Let's honor America with our national anthem. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to David Smith Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls in River Falls, Wisconsin. It's WIAA Division II Level 2 high school football. The River Falls Wildcats versus the La Crosse Central Riverhawks. What a beautiful night for football. It's 38 degrees, a light mist, no wind. Let's go. Hello again, everybody, and welcome. I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Jeff Johnson. Jeff, how are you tonight?
Doing great. Level 2 football. It doesn't get any better than this.
Wow. It's been a while, and again, we were talking earlier today. I think I sent a text message out. You got a 9-1 high school football team. Enjoy it. That doesn't come around very often.
No, it's been since 2022 since the Wildcats have been in Level 2 of the WIAA playoffs, and that's the last time they had a 9-1 football team as well.
Wildcats will be receiving the football tonight. They'll be going from your left to the right. I'm not sure who won the toss. All I know is Wildcats are going to be receiving to start this football game. Last week it took them about a minute 50 to go down and put 7 on the board. Let's see if they can do a repeat tonight.
Very little wind tonight, so that should not be much of a factor, if at all.
So a couple more shutouts tonight. So Rich Herstein, he says, hello, Lois. Lanks Boondocker, welcome aboard. Nick Simpson, he says, go Cats. Grandma Simpson and Uncle Nick watching from Beloit. Welcome aboard, Simpson family. Letty Radley and Jen Sweeney. Let's go Cats number 19. So welcome aboard. Sit back in your living room and enjoy this one. It's going to be crowded tonight here in the garage watching this one. It's going to be move your feet, lose your seat time tonight. It'll be crowded. Enjoy the game. Stay fresh. Let's go. Put 12 minutes on the clock and let's go some level 2 football. Last time these two teams met was in 2002 in Level 1 playoffs, and River Falls won 40-20. It doesn't matter tonight.
Back to receive for the Wildcats, number 1 on the near side, Riker O'Keefe. Number 2 is Anthony McPherson.
And we are underway. It's a low squib kick, skipping across the carpet field over there by Riker O'Keefe. Now he's going to cut it back up towards the middle, taken down on the 32-yard line. Not bad field position for the Wildcats to start out 1st and 10 from their own 32.
Yeah, one thing to keep an eye on tonight, the football will be wet for the majority of the evening, so taking care of the football is going to be absolutely huge on a night like this.
I got a whole lecture on the footballs from Mama Massa here before the game. She said they have a whole living room full of footballs, and they rotate them through. It's different Mississippi mud and a whole bunch of combination. She said her living room is a football museum, I guess, of sorts, testing grounds. She said they got the right one for tonight, though. Massa back. He's going to hand it off to Joey Teresavage, and he gets nothing on the play, maybe half a yard, maybe a yard. It'll be gain of 1, 2nd and 9 for the Cats.
Nothing doing there at all. Excellent play that time by number 54, Oliver Walker, along with number 7, Christian Rudrud, who we talked about in the pregame show.
You see their breath tonight. Oh, ball's on the ground. Just get on that. Ball gets away, and that's going to be a third and very long after a muff snap and handoff there. And the Wildcats going backwards on the opening possession. We haven't seen that a lot this year.
No, we haven't. Just like we talked a couple of seconds ago, that wet football is going to be a big issue tonight.
It's going to be a factor. There's no doubt about it. Third and long for the Cats, 3rd and 20. Massa back to pass, looking, going far side long. Caught by Novak. I think he's got the football. Mason Novak on the far side makes the catch. We'll get you the next replay. We didn't have that one, but we'll get you the next one. Wow, what a play on 3rd and 20.
Very good job that time by Mason. The ball was thrown a little bit short, and he came back for the football and high-pointed it for the big catch and a huge gain on 3rd down, getting out of that big hole that the Wildcats were in.
Look at the cinematography there with the breath coming out, the whole thing. Dick Butkus down in there. Gain of 3 on the play.
That's Rud again with the tackle.
Rud's you're gonna call his name a lot tonight, Jeff. He's goes both ways. He's gonna be kind of like the blank kid from Beaver Dam. He's gonna play until he can't go no more tonight. It's 2nd and 7 for the Cats. Pistol formation. Tino Massa flank back to pass. Now looking. He's gonna step up in the pocket and taken down for a loss in the backfield on the zone 48. Good pressure. That's big old number 77. Stephen Flores for the Riverhawks who took him down.
Again, that puts the Wildcats behind the sticks again.
Do you have a water back there? I think I have one somewhere back there.
3rd
Maybe
and
it might be in that bag.
right about 13.
There it is. 3rd and 13. They converted a 3rd and 20. Now 3rd and 13. Back to pass. Going long again. Got him. Caught. 10. 5. Touchdown. Todd Benedict. Oh, my goodness. No flags. Oh, man. Just same as last week, Jeff.
Same as last week. We've talked all season about Tino Massa's accuracy with throwing the football, especially on his deep routes, and he hit Todd Benedict right in stride. Todd had gotten about 4 or 5 yards behind his defender and hit him right in stride for the touchdown.
They had a 3rd and 20 converted. They had a 3rd and 13 touchdown. Wow, what an opening drive. Carafel in for the extra point attempt. The holds down, the kick is up, it is banged through. And with 9:41 to go, a little quicker than last week, 1 minute and 39 seconds.
Here it is again.
Go up 7-0. Back to pass, look at it, got him. He just gets the steps, puts it right down the stovepipe. Chris Larson down there with a camera, way to work. Instant highlight right there.
Great job, Mr. Larson, and great job, Mr. Benedict, on scoring yet another touchdown. He's been red hot the last month or so of the football season.
Our whole legion of loyal listeners just absolutely fell on the clap emojis online.
And that has to be a little bit demoralizing if you're La Crosse Central. They did such a great job on 1st and 2nd down of both those series there, and unfortunately for them, they gave up big plays on 3rd down both times, and the second one resulting in a touchdown for the Wildcats.
That was about 52 yards on that one. Is that what you had, Dan Jenkins? 52 on that? I think they're on the 48. 51 to be exact.
Dan Jenkins on stats again tonight.
Husband of Sarah Jenkins.
We'll bring those stats to you all throughout the evening tonight.
Kick is away. It's a low squib kick. Bounces. Fielded on the 15. Now move forward. Dancing around. Trying to get to the outside. Cuts it back. And taken down on the 33-yard line. Might be a good chance also to thank our game sponsor when we get there. Serve Pro. I want to thank Chris Lick at 715-381-2266 with Serve Pro for all your restoration needs. A backed up sewer, you got rain damage in their basement, you got fire damage. Call Serve Pro. They paid tonight's ransom fee with the WIAA. Thank you, Chris Lick and Serve Pro for sponsoring tonight's game.
Riverhawks coming out here. Keep an eye again on number 7, Christian Rudrud.
Rudrud's
Service.
alone in the backfield. Back the pass, little swing pass near side. That's short in a way, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
That's Gabe Service playing quarterback for that play. Now, one thing to keep an eye on tonight throughout the evening is they'll alternate playing quarterback.
Service and Rudrud.
Yes, number 3 is Service, number 7 Rudrud, and they will alternate within series as well. So keep an eye on that.
2nd down and 10. Try to get that to Rudrud. Did Service, just fell incomplete. 2nd 10. Cowbells are out here on the near side. Rain is about stopped. Back to pass. Now he's just going to keep it and move forward. And Wildcat defense is there. Stuff it right there. Gain of maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. Who stood him up there, Jeff?
Well, it was a series of players,
A
but
lot of blue shirts.
number 7, Caden Johnston, was one of the ones in on the tackle, along with Sam Simpson was right there as well.
3rd and long for the Riverhawks here in the early going. Wildcats had no problems with 3rd and long. Let's see what the Riverhawks can do here. Rudrud's got it. Throws across the middle. Tackled down. He's going to be real close to 1st down yardage. I think he might have it by the mark. He needed 9, and he got 9 yards and a foot. Moved the chains.
No measurement again.
Of course not. They quickly moved those. They moved them quickly. 1st and 10. Both teams having success on 3rd down. Back to pass again. Looking swing pass, far side, caught. 1 missed tackle and run out of bounds after a gain of about 3 on the far side. That was to Service.
Now that time, Rurud played quarterback.
And Johnston and that was caught by Service.
Yes.
It's like backyard football for those two guys. They said, we'll take on the whole block.
Yeah, they'll play running back, they'll play quarterback, they'll play receiver.
2nd down and 8. Handoff. 1st run play. No, 2nd run play. Runs it forward. Gains about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Riverhawks.
Tackled that time by number 55, Jack Larson, who's had an outstanding season this year for the Wildcats, playing at the defensive tackle position.
Sam Simpson in the game for Tyler Hastings on defense. One of those deals where you kind of save number 75 for these 3rd down and mediums, I guess.
Yep.
3rd and 4. Fans imploring defense here on the near side. Pistol formation. He's going to keep it, try to sweep right. He's going to try to get the edge. He's got speed. He's got the edge. He's got a 1st down. Is that Service on the carry there?
That was number 3, Gabe Service with the 1st down. Finally brought down by number 16, Blake Schneider, but he was able to attain the 1st down for the Riverhawks.
Speed never has a day off, does it?
It does not, and Austin Stelright was in pursuit and almost was able to catch him.
Just too fast.
Yep.
They move into Wildcat territory, fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Back to pass, looking, going for the home run ball, and just overthrown. And that was Christian Rudrud on the pass intended for, was that Josiah Dix over there, number 8?
That was Connor Groth, number
Thank you.
6.
6. Thank you. Not a 6, not an 8.
Connor Groth, the Riverhawks' leading receiver. You'll hear that name tonight quite a bit. 35 receptions, 593 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
No huddle. Ball's on the carpet, and he's down after a loss of 3. Again, Wildcats had a couple of those issues in their first possession with a wet football. This time the Riverhawks put one on the carpet. They just fall on it. It'll be 3rd and 13. Get on the edge of your seats at home. 3rd and 13. Empty backfield. Back to pass. Looking. Step up. Knocked out of there. Nice job by Todd Benedict to knock that away. Intended for Connor Groth.
That was a really nice play by Benedict there, because that was a heck of a throw.
Yeah, just great timing by Benedict,
Yep.
right? And the ball's up there, catchable, and Benedict just swats it away, knocks it down to planet Earth, incomplete, 4th and 13, punt time for the Riverhawks. Big play.
And we have an injury. I believe that's growth.
Maybe a cramp. It's kind of early for a cramp. He almost made it off. So with that injury, it might be a good time to run through and thank our sponsors. Okay, will do. So before we get to this, I'm going to give Brian George in Holman a shout out. Hey, Brian George, how are you? Hey, we got our whiteboard going already for the Garage Grinder of the game. Want to thank the Garage Bikes and Brews. Also, River City Stitch. River City Stitch, thank you, Callie, down at River City Stitch, for all you do down there, getting all of your Wildcat gear down at River City Stitch. Also, the quarterback's mother. She runs a mortgage business in town. Allie Massa Mortgage team. She'd love to quarterback your next home loan. Also want to thank the Black Wolf Exteriors, Joe Karras with the Black Wolf Exteriors. Notice we got back to the action. Let's go back to the action. 4th and 13. We'll get back to the sponsors in a second.
McPherson back to receive for the Wildcats.
High snap. Kick is away. It's a wobbly kick. It's kind of a short kick and goes out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. So we can keep going through our sponsor, State Farm Insurance, Jenny Rivard. Thank you, Jen Rivard with State Farm Insurance. Leach Insurance. All those replays you see tonight are brought to you by Steve Leach down at Leach Insurance Agency, 715-425-0159. And also Sarah Jenkins with Property Executive Real Estates, 612-703-3944. She'd love to be your realtor. And again, ServPro. Let's give ServPro one little more love. All right, let's thank Chris Lick down at ServPro. They're tonight's game sponsor. We have a commercial for them a little bit later, too, that he offered us tonight. So thank you, ServPro, 715-381-2266 for all your fire, sewer, water damage, restoration needs. ServPro, they'll get it done for you. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Run up the middle. Oh, nice hard run. Look at the kid go! The 50, the 45 with the foot race on the far side. Picking him up, laying down, get to the end zone. Touchdown, Joseph Savage and the Wildcats. No flags, Jeff Johnson.
No flags, and that was
that was something.
That was something. Savage just punished the defender. They had him stopped, and once he got past the defender, it was off to the races.
Good night, Irene. Wow, what a run. 75 yards. Just a ton of 1-2 on that one. I didn't see that coming.
No. No, especially the way the Riverhawks stopped the run the first few plays and weren't able to do it that time.
High snap, gets it down, kicks up, and it is good. They bang it through, and the Wildcats, I don't think you can strike any faster.
No, you can't. And the Wildcats have struggled, I would say, over the last 4 to 6 weeks on getting off to quick starts, but they're not doing that tonight,
No.
Kevin.
Let's watch the replay of that beautiful run there by Joseph Savage. He puts his shoulder down, and then number 3 is like, oh, I got him. No, you don't. Check your rear view mirror, because he gone.
Yeah, and he ran right through Christian Rudrud. He had him stopped right in the hole, and he just ran him over. And
Service had a shot at him, who's a great athlete, and Joseph Savage with the ball under his arm just ran away.
Just outran him. Couldn't ask for a better start for River Falls tonight. 14-0 early lead halfway through the first quarter here at David Smith Stadium.
Wow.
The winner of tonight's game will face the winner of the Oshkosh North New Richmond game. That's a 3-2 seeded game.
28-21
28-21 at halftime. Oshkosh North with the lead. On the other side of the bracket, Slinger and Notre Dame are tied at 7 in the second quarter. And Rice Lake leads Wauwatosa East 8-0 in the first quarter.
Brian George appreciates the shout out. Brian Jensen with some claps. Anthony Hangst, holy smokes. Far side, get him down, and they got him at the 39. Nice return there by Gabe Service. Chris LaSalle watching from De Pere said, get it done, Wildcats, let's go. Barb Zeroth, boom, boom. Legion of loyal listeners active tonight. Nice crowd starting early tonight.
This is the best field position that the Riverhawks have had all evening here, right at the 40-yard line. Pretty critical possession this early in the game for La Crosse Central, as they don't want to fall any farther behind than what they are right now.
They're going to keep it far side. There goes Service. Gains about 10 on the play. I think they're going to give him exactly 10, and enough for a first down. And Gabe Service, surprised after chasing down Joseph Terasavage, he had anything left in the tank, but here he is back on offense.
Yeah, he doesn't come off the field. Neither does Rude, number 7, so you'll hear those names a lot this evening.
1st and 10. Swing pass far side, trying to get off blockers are the Cats. They'll push him out of bounds after a gain of about 3 on the play. That was complete to Connor Groth, I believe.
Really good coverage that time by number 25, Oliver Simmons, who was able to push Groth out of bounds for a gain of about 1.
Boy, I thought he had 3. They'll give him 1. He stepped out at the 49. They do move into Wildcat territory now. 2nd down and 9 from the 49. This is about where the series stalled out last time for the Riverhawks. This time they give it to number 9, Wyatt Foley, who moves it forward towards first down yardage. Foley carries it for about 9. He's real close to first down yardage.
Yeah, a bit of a counter play that time. Sure, the Wildcats are looking for those runs up the middle from Rude, and they were able to execute a counter play that time to Foley, and
he's just short of first down yardage.
3rd manageable.
2 down territory here for the Riverhawks, down 14, 3rd and half a yard. Going to keeper by Service. He's got a first down. They'll get a fresh set of downs, and it'll move it to the 36-yard line.
They Dreyer with the stop that time for River Falls, along with Jack Larson, number 55, but that's enough for a Central first down.
1st and 10. La Crosse Central Riverhawks. They're in the all-white tonight with the black helmet. The Wildcats in the blue top, white pant, white bonnet. Fresh set of downs. Hand it off to Service. Again, he's got the edge, and he's got another 10 yards. Maybe 9. It'll be 2nd and 9. Boy, the breath down there. That's just football. Look at a damp night tonight. Look at that.
Steady drizzle.
Look at that. That's got football written all over it, doesn't it? Look at
that. It does, yeah. We haven't had much of that weather yet this year, Kevin.
Look at that. It's got a good look to it. The cinematography is outstanding. 2nd and 1. Hand it off again to Service. Keeps his feet, moving it down into the red zone. He's down to the 13-yard line.
Gave Service 6 foot, 175-pound kid, but he was able to pull multiple Wildcat defenders that time for another Central first down. Just what they needed after falling behind quickly, 14-0.
Wildcats got to find a way to get stiff here inside the red zone. We were warned that we knew they had a good running game, and they're flexing their muscle right here. They're going to pass it this time, and good anticipation. That was completed to Wyatt Foley. Good anticipation by the Wildcats. Almost got an interception.
Yeah, that was Anthony McPherson, number 2, on the play there. Saw that play coming, but
gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 for the Riverhawks. Inside the 10-yard line. Now they can get a first down in about the 4.5. This time they hand it off to Rude. Pushes the pile forward. He's going to be short of first down yardage. Nice gang tackle there by the blue shirts. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 6.
Certainly 4-down territory here for La Crosse Central. And with a top-tier running back like Rud, I'd expect him to get the ball at least once here.
Yeah, Service or Rud here. They got two dandies, and let's see if they can find a way to get themselves 1.5 yards. Taken down, that's going to be a loss. Oh, what a play. Is that Thade Dreyer?
That's Thade Dreyer, the Wildcats' leading tackler on the season. The senior anticipated that play as well and brought Rud down in the backfield for a loss of about 4.
Bow up, D. They're bowing up right there. Thade Dreyer, he likes to hit people. It's 4th and 4 now for Central. This is a big play early in this game.
It's a really big play, especially for Central right here. If they're unable to convert, then any momentum they got from this long drive is dissipated.
4th and 4. Rolling out to his left, looking. Now he's in trouble. Now rolling to his right. He could run it, but he's going to throw it. And that is caught, touchdown. He could have ran for that as well, but he completes that, I believe, to Connor Groth.
That's Connor Groth, number 6 in the end zone. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Rud didn't run with the ball.
Right.
Given the fact he is their leading rusher.
And he had it wide open in front of him.
He had a clear lane.
But he also said, hey, there's Connor Groth wide open. I'll just throw it to him. And the Riverhawks get on the board here on a 4th and 4 and make the completion and put 6 on the board. They're going to go for 2. Men in motion. Now we're going to roll it out to his right, looking. He could run it in, and he's going to run it in and puts the 2 on, does Gabe Service, and it makes it an 8-point play. It'll be 14-8 with 1:51 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, excellent job by La Crosse Central there, countering
Really good.
the Wildcats' quick start to this football game. They stayed poised, they stayed composed, and they drove the ball the length of the field for a touchdown to make this a football game.
Wow. Now, 4th down and 4 was a big play, and I think they could have ran for that or threw that for the touchdown there. So Wildcats are on the pursuit, but it's pretty speedy are those 2 fellas for the Riverhawks, Service and Rud. They got some legs on them.
They do, and Rud is one of those players, tough, physical running back who tends to wear you down as the game goes on. So I'd look for his carries to pick up as this game goes on. Still halftime. Oshkosh North leads New Richmond 28-21. Winner of that game will square off against the winner of this game next week at the higher seeds location. On the other side of the bracket, we have Slinger, number 4 seed, leading number 1 seeded Notre Dame by a score of 14-7. Notre Dame undefeated on the year at 10-0.
There's an upset in the making there, huh?
Although Slinger is a defending state champion. So, and then that game, not too surprised by the score of this one. Rice Lake leading Wauwatosa East by a score of 22-0.
Thank you, Braden Engstrom, for putting that together. Kick is away. It's a low squib kick. Fielded by the up back on the 20. Moves forward. He'll take it to the 34, and the Wildcats will be content to start 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. That was Riker O'Keefe fielded on the skipper across the wet carpet, and it'll be 1st and 10 Cats. 1:46 to go here in quarter 1. Wildcats have possessed the ball twice for a total of about 1:50, and they've got 14.
And they've had 3 big plays. 2 long passes from Mass on the first drive, 1 to Benedict, 1 to Novak, and then on their second possession, they had a one play drive on that long run by Tara Savage.
Hello, Scott Mann. Welcome aboard. That time, Tara Savage slips down and loses some yards there. It is a wet carpet tonight. He was able to get his feet down on that last run he had and run for 75 yards. There he slips down and loses 3 or 4 on the play. 4, probably 3.5. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Wet football, wet ground, wet conditions here at David Smith Stadium tonight.
3 receivers out up top. Massa back to pass. got Benedict. He's trying to, look at the kid. He's got some strong legs moving forward. Moves it out towards first down yardage. It'll be 3rd and 1. Nice yak on that by Todd Benedict.
Yeah, a little crossing pattern that time to Benedict.
Oh, they're going to move the chains, Jeff. They gave it to him.
That's
wow.
not a first down.
That's a generous spot. Very generous spot.
I think
there.
the spot was fine, but I don't think the spot was a first down. But
yeah.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
We'll take it.
Joey off the left side, in behind the bigs, gains 2 on the play. You know, we've been on the short end of a lot of spots this year. Not there.
Yeah, I'd say about 3/4 of them,
Yeah.
70% maybe, somewhere around there.
Not there. We'll take it. They gave him 3 there, 2nd and 7.
Game 11 we're at here tonight. I think we've had 2 measurements this season.
Not many. They go quick on that. Joey again off the left side. Now cuts it back to the right side. He's got the 40, cuts it back to 30. Looking for a block down to the 22-yard line. Joseph Tarasavage rips off another 30.
Finally brought down by Gabe Service in the secondary. Nice cutback that time on a wet turf by Tarasavage that time. Good blocking once again by that front 5 of the Wildcat offensive line, led by their left tackle, Sam Simpson.
Headed to number 2 in the country, Indiana. That's kind of a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah. They're pretty good.
Bobbled football on the snap. They ended up getting it to Joey for no gain, and rather than a fumble, they'll take that. Man down on the play.
We talk a little bit about the Wildcat offensive line. They've had some guys moved around due primarily to injury.
Yeah, who's down there? Can you see?
That's Tarasavage.
He's up though now. After all those long runs, he's probably about ready to yak up a bone. And that'll be the end for the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's your River Falls Wildcats 14, the La Crosse Central Riverhawks 8. Let's go thank our main sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls. Thank you. First National Bank of River Falls, proud sponsors of everything Wildcat sport right here on the River Falls Sports YouTube network. Hey, Jeff, a little bit of Wildcat running back history after those nice long runs by Joey.
Yeah, we talked about the quarterbacks earlier in the game, and now let's talk about the history of the River Falls Wildcat running backs, some of their rushing records. Their career rushing yards leader, Jonas Severson, just from a few years ago, a 2024 graduate, 3,285 yards, 47 touchdowns. Seth Cole, another dominant running back from a few years back, is in second place. Mark Halmaniak, third. Levi Johnson, number 4. And fifth on the list, Joseph Tarasavage, and he's looking to move up the list.
He's got more touchdowns in a single season than any Wildcat ever. Back to pass. Rainbow, another near side. Got a man. Novak, touchdown! How about another quick touchdown for the Wildcats? I can barely keep up.
That looked pretty easy that time. Massa just, again, with all kinds of time to throw the football and found a wide open Mason Novak and streaking down the left side of the field.
It's like backyard football, Jeff. God, is this fun.
Easy pitch and catch. Massa, Novak, Wildcat touchdown. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Cats.
They score so quick. They're going to put up 90 tonight at this rate. Holds good. The kick is up, and it is good. Gavin Carafell bangs another one through, and the Wildcats lead 21-8 with 11:55 to go here till the half. That took 5 seconds here in quarter 2.
Took 5 seconds, yep. These drives have not taken long at all, have they, Kevin?
Here's back to the replay here. Near side, look at this. Right down the stovepipe, Mason Novak. Oh, nice job down there in the field, Chris Larson. Good work on the camera.
2 touchdown passes tonight by Tino Massa, 1 to Novak, 1 to Benedict. We'll go through some quick stats here.
Yeah, please do.
You want to hear some astounding stats,
Yeah, I do.
Kevin?
I do.
let's talk about Tino Massa again. He's thrown the ball 4 times tonight.
Yeah.
He's completed all 4 for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow.
Tara Savage, 8 carries for 97 yards and a touchdown. Receiving Todd Benedict, 2 for 64. Novak, 2 for 52, both of them with a touchdown.
Wow.
And Thay Dreyer leading the Cats with 4 tackles.
They haven't had the ball much, but when they have it, they score.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
Oshkosh North 35, New Richmond 21 now. Kick is away. Oh, that's a little bit of juice into that one. Back on down to the 1-yard line. Oh, running out the far side. Comes Gabe's service. Being tracked down from behind and taken down in the 23. Hey, Jeff, I know you shared that popcorn with me before the game. I've got a couple of popcorn hulls stuck in the back of my throat. I'm trying to work out of there.
It's good. They give you a lot.
You paid how much you pay for that bag of popcorn?
It's $3.
It's like a grocery bag full.
Yeah. That's quite a deal for $3.
Good popcorn. Good popcorn, too.
They do a good job here at UW River Falls with the popcorn.
Yeah. Hey, Jen Sweeney and Steve and Lois Allman, David Black, Anthony Hanks. He's enjoying it. Yeah, he says, Anthony Hanks says Sam Simpson just pushed his man 20 yards downfield. That's probably about true.
Service that time with the run.
Off the right side, gains 4 on the play.
Number 42, Cole Dykus, the junior, who's had a great season for the Cats with the tackle.
It's been a great team effort by the Cats. We talked about team quite a bit this season. It's really, these guys play for each other. It's a great team. 2nd down and a long 6. You could call it 7. 6.5. Service. Fakes. Now he's going to keep it, tuck and go. Service has a gap. He's got some green grass in front of him. He might go the whole way. 40, 30, 10, 5. Touchdown. Service goes 75 yards. Right back at you.
Right back at you. Great answer that time by La Crosse Central. One of the weaknesses the Wildcats have had defensively at times this season is outside contain, and that time Service was able to exploit that. Found a good running lane right down the right side of the field and was barely touched on his way into the end zone.
Good old-fashioned shootout tonight.
They're a good football team. They're champions of the Mississippi Valley Conference.
They have some athletes, don't they?
They certainly do. Going for 2 again.
Service has it. Now he's going to go left side. He's just going to walk right in. And Service puts up 2 more for the La Crosse Central Riverhawks to make it 21-16 with 11 minutes to go till the half.
I do like the strategy for Coach Mitch Olson and La Crosse Central. They figure it's going to be really difficult to keep the Wildcats off the scoreboard tonight, so when they are able to get in the end zone by themselves on their own,
you
got to go for 2 every time, and so far they're 2 for 2. If you had the under in this game, you're
going to be in trouble.
Not looking too good.
Head coach Ryan Schurz is 5th all-time for the Wildcats with 35 wins, 16 losses. Got a 68.63% winning percentage. Tom Carroll, number 1 with 74 wins. Bill Forrester with 62. Tom Linehan with 48. Bucky DeSalvo with 39. And then Ryan Schurz with 35. John Bennett with 31. Owen Evans with 25.
A couple of legends at the top of that list, Tom Carroll and Bill Forster. Bill Forster's been coaching Wildcat football for many, many years. I believe it might be 50, Kevin.
A long time. 21-16, Cats in a La Crosse Central team that's not going to go away tonight. Kick is away. It's a low squib kick again. Fielded on the 26. Moving forward out to the 35 is, I think that's Riker O'Keefe there.
That's O'Keefe, you're correct.
And 1st and 10 for the Cats on the 35.
Yeah, and I think what's a bit maybe ominous right now for the Wildcats is they the Riverhawks have not got Christian Rudrud going yet. They've done a good job of being able to contain Rudrud. He's by far their leading carrier. So far, it's been almost all Gabe Service.
Yeah, Gabe Service has kind of been their guy.
So if they can get Rudrud unleashed, then that's going to make it really difficult for the Wildcat defense.
1st and 10, pistol formation for the Cats. Back to pass is Massa. Throws behind the intended receiver, Todd Benedict. Falls incomplete. His first incompletion of the night. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Looked like some miscommunication on that play, either Massa or Benedict or some of both. But, that could have been a disaster. Thankfully, it fell incomplete.
Again, trips here to the near side. Looks like that screen play, but there's handed off. Get in behind Joey Tarasavage, falls forward for 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5. See if the Wildcats can keep their streak going here of a touchdown on every possession. The Riverhawks are going to have to make them earn it here on 3rd and 5. A bit long.
3rd and 5. Trips up top now. Massa flanked by Tarasavage. He's back to pass. Get it to Tarasavage in the flat. Cuts it forward. He's got first down yardage and more. He's got the 40, the 30. North-south go. 28-yard line. Wow, what a play. Joseph saw the green grass. He just was going to go, I'm going to go straight to the end zone. He was cut down on the 10. Wow, what a play.
Outstanding work by Ruben Smith in the secondary.
Flag on the play.
Last line of defense there for the Riverhawks.
Flag.
See what the flag's all about here.
See what the flag is all about.
Holding on the defense.
Holding on the defense. So that's going to stand. Do they tack that on the end of that or not? I don't know. Or do you just decline it?
Oh, it's a face mask on that.
Oh, face mask, huh? There it is. Look at Joey. Straightforward, down, and taken out. They said on the 10. Looked like a little bit more than that, but they give him the 10. He's just rocking up the yards, isn't he? All right, we're in the Sunshine Fund Red Zone. Jen Rivard and Joe Karras sponsoring that. They're $1,000 each to the Sunshine Fund. Thank you for sponsoring State Farm Insurance and Black Wolf Exteriors.
It's half the distance on the penalty.
It is.
Taking it all the way down to the 5.
1st and goal from the 5. Hand it off to Joey. Left side. Get up in there. Get to the promised land. Touchdown, Wildcats. She just get in behind the left side. Fall forward. 5 yards. 6 more for the Cats.
That's their go-to play, running behind that left side of the offensive line. And the Wildcats line did a great job clearing a hole for Tarasavage. And
6 more.
6 more. That's 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns for River Falls.
That series took them like 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so kind of slacking. Going to go for 1 again. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. Carterfell doesn't get all of that one, but gets it through. And the Wildcats put up 7 more. And with 9:58 to go till halftime, it's the River Falls Wildcats 28, the La Crosse Central Riverhawks 16. All right, let's go to thank our main sponsor, ServPro. We got a commercial.
I never thought this would happen.
Never thought this would happen.
I never thought this would happen.
We got you.
We got you.
We got you.
When the unexpected comes calling, call the one team prepared for what no one can predict.
We got you.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Thank you, Chris Lick with ServPro for all of your cleaning, restoration, and construction needs. 715-381-2266. Tonight's game sponsor paying the WIAA ransom fee.
New Richmond has scored, and they went for 2 and converted. They now trail the Spartans from Oshkosh North High School by a score of 35-29 in the 3rd quarter. Slinger, the Owls, score another touchdown. They lead Notre Dame 21-14, and Rice Lake with a commanding 30-6 lead over the Red Raiders from Wauwatosa East.
That Oshkosh North and Richmond game kind of has a feel of this game, where just offense is getting after it. Nice run forward out to the 26-yard line. Gabe Service. Boy, that kid's going to be tired tonight. He's been all of La Crosse Central tonight.
He doesn't come off the field.
No.
Certainly doesn't appear to.
First and 10 from the 27, let's call it. Last time Service ran it 75 yards for a touchdown. Let's see if the Wildcats can stiffen up here and hold them for once and get a I think you're going to need a 3-score lead tonight to feel comfortable.
We really are. Both teams with quick strike offenses here. So far here at a rainy David Smith Stadium.
Cowbells are out. We're out. Let's go. Run it right up the middle. Not a lot doing there. They clog that up. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Nothing doing that time. Sam Simpson, 75, in on the tackle. Jack Larson right there, number 55. Among a host of other Wildcats.
A bunch of blue shirts. That's kind of been their theme this year, though, Jeff. The gang tackling, right? Getting a lot of shirts to the football for the tackle.
It's been tough running up the middle this season against the Wildcats.
Empty backfield. Service is going to keep it. Todd Benedict says, I'll have some of that. Tackles him after a 4-yard gain.
Better job that time by the Wildcat defense as Service tried to get outside, where he was successful just the last possession on that long touchdown run.
Benedict stayed home and then squared up on him, coming around the corner and put his shoulder into his upper thigh area, drove him down to planet Earth. It'll be 3rd and a long 6. Third and 6. 2 receivers up top. Pistol formation in the backfield. Now we got a flag on the play, and that play never happened. We have a false start on the Riverhawks. That's going to push them back 5. And now they're going to work from behind the chains on 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Which makes it tough, puts them in a passing situation for certain here.
Let's see if Stelreich can pin his ears back and go get one here. Keep an eye on number 83 here on your near side. There he is with his hands on his hips. Just spy 83. Might come up with a big play here.
Stelreich leading the Wildcats with 9 sacks on the season.
3rd and 11. Big play. Back to pass. Stelreich, here he comes! Almost got him. Throw it on the far side. Benedict! Oh, almost intercepted it. Knocked it down off the punt. Benedict had a great chance at interception there, just couldn't reel it in.
He did. Todd got spun around a little bit, it looked like, and would have been a tough play, but he's a little mad at himself.
Stelreich did cause the pressure there, though, on the near side.
He did. He caused the quarterback to throw the ball probably just a tick sooner than he wanted to, and gets marked down as an incomplete pass. Wildcats get a hold.
You get a hold.
Which they needed. And
does Service do their kicking, too?
Looks like Service is also their punter.
Good Lord.
Which means you got to keep your eyes open here for a potential fake.
Ooh. High snap. They're going to fake that. Kicks away, side of his foot. Let it go. Hits on the. He gets a great Riverhawk roll. He's going to head it towards the 30 and down to the 29. From a kick that didn't look that great off his foot, hit on about the 45, rolled an additional 20 yards, and all the way down to the 29-yard line. So it didn't look like a very good kick. Ended up being a decent kick.
Turned out that way,
for the Riverhawks. So with 7:56 to go here till the half, it's the River Falls Wildcats 28, the La Crosse Central Riverhawks 16, and the Wildcats hold on downs. They forced a punt, and they'll start out 1st and 10 on their own 29.
Wildcats tonight 4 for 4 on their drives, scoring touchdowns.
3 receivers up top, pistol formation in the backfield, massive back to pass, going for the home run ball, got a man, Riker O'Keefe, caught! Down to the 24, and he is down, and I tell you what, Tino Massa is just a joy to watch.
Tino's on one tonight.
Wow!
Everything is right on the money for Tino tonight.
Tight window, threw it right on Riker O'Keefe, reeled it in for just a monster gain on 1st down. Wow, what a play!
Wildcats hurrying right up to the line of scrimmage, not messing around.
Why don't you give it to Joey off the left side? Busted up on in there. He's still going, down towards first down yardage. Gain of 11 or 12 on the play. Move the chains. We're in the Sunshine Fun red zone, just like that.
Just like that, and this is probably a good time to talk about some of those members of the offensive line for the Wildcats. We have Sam Simpson, number 75 out there, 51, Vince Anderson, 63, Griffin Klecker. We'll get the other two in a second.
Screen, near side. Give it to Novak. Push the pile, baby, down to the 6. We've seen that play all year. It works well.
We've seen it all year, you're right. Playing left guard is McKeon Grethwald tonight, who's been playing for an injured Jonah Herstein. Jonah suited up tonight, but haven't seen him in there much at all. And Sean Burwald is the right tackle, number 76.
2nd and 3 from the 5. They can get a first down in about the 2, Jeff.
Rob Derry says they won't need it.
Won't need it. Give it to Joseph Tarasavage. How about another one?
Rob Derry's right.
Joseph Tarasavage with another tutter.
5 possessions, 5 touchdowns for the Wildcats.
With still 6:39 to go here in half one. Wow. Have you ever seen anything like this, Jeff?
No, it's been a while. On pace for close to 100, yeah. Crazy.
No, they got the offense clicking tonight. You folks at home are in for just being entertained by this Wildcat football team. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. That one's better. And bang through by Gavin Carafel. And Gavin Carafel, kind of the unsung hero this year. Getting it done. Hey, how about the garage? How's your whiteboard looking for the garage bikes and brews gridiron grinder of the game? I've got one back here tonight.
Yeah, I got one guy right at the top of mine, but
yeah,
might be the same. Might be the same guy that's on yours.
Our initials TM.
It might be TM. Yep. To give everybody a hint at home.
There it is.
We're open to other ideas, of course.
I'm going to put this in front of your screen here. Watch this right here. Right there it is.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
That's a beauty.
There it is, right there.
Grinder of the game.
Grinder of the game, there it is.
Speaking of TM, right now, in case you're wondering, TM, Tino Massa, 7 completions, 8 attempts, 221 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
And we are not even at the halfway point of the second quarter. Terry Savage, 12 carries, 128 yards, 3 touchdowns. Todd Benedict, 2 for 64 and a touchdown. Mason Novak, 3 for 59 and a touchdown. Terry Savage, 1 for 50. O'Keefe, 1 for 48.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd like to say hello to my brother-in-law, Jeff, down in Sarasota, Florida, watching Gulf of America side down there in Sarasota. Oh, it's an onside kick. Why not? Get on there.
They got a shot at it.
They got it. Are you kidding me? Oh, baby. You're up 35-16. You throw an onside on them. It gets an absolute Wildcat bounce, and they get on it like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat.
Blake Schneider with the recovery. Excellent kick that time by Carafel, who definitely caught the Riverhawks by surprise, and
whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh,
great hustle by Schneider.
That's how you draw those up. That's how you draw them.
That's how you draw it up, folks. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to kick this off the tee. It's going to hop 6 times. It's going to split the defense. You're just going to run through there and it'll fall on it. Okay, coach.
Yeah, about 25 yards up the field.
Wow. Someone find the clap emojis for the onside kick. That might be the first one this year, huh? Unexpected. Tara Savage bounces it to the outside. The 30, the 20, the 15, 10, 5, 6 more for the Cast. I'm going to lose my mind. Wow, what a play, what a run. Are you kidding me? Joseph Tara Savage again.
Another one-play drive that time for the Wildcats. Coming off of that onside kick, that surprise onside kick by Carafel, and Tara Savage runs it in for his 4th touchdown of the game.
I've never seen nothing like this. It's crazy good. Well, they're at their season average was 40. Oh, it's a bad snap. Just get on that. Lay on it. There you go. They're on their season average of 41. How about that? Do we get a chance to go back, take a look at that run or not? Let's do it. What do you got here, Jeff? Left side? How about the left side?
Again. Watch, great job blocking that time by Simpson. And Terry Savage again. He wasn't touched.
Wow.
Touchdown number 4 in the day for Joe Terasavage. 41 points for the Wildcats. We're still not halfway through the second quarter yet. Wow.
Scott Mann says, they may have a revolver. We've got a machine gun.
Terasavage.
No clip.
13 carries, 163 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the day. And again, we've been saying it all year, but you really got to credit the Wildcat offensive line for the great job they're doing of opening holes for Terasavage.
This Riverhawks is not a bad football team, but the Wildcat offense has come to play tonight.
Yeah, more physical for sure. So far, it certainly appears to be that way.
And scoring quickly. Like these
very quickly
chunk plays.
Central Price still has the time of possession advantage here, and
5-1.
Yeah. New Richmond in a little bit of trouble here in the third quarter as they trail Oshkosh North 42-29. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game next week.
Kick is away. Fielded on the 8 near side and pushed out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Karan Carter with the run back.
Bill Jensen says, I'm glad the Badgers don't have to play this River Falls Wildcats high school football team tonight. They might be in trouble. That's a good point. That's funny. 1st and 10 now for the Riverhawks, down 41-16. Riverhawks haven't played bad, but the Wildcats have played lights out.
Yeah, offensively, I think they've been pretty good for the most part.
Yeah. Back to pass. Stop route, far side. Ruben Smith on the catch over there. Gains 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We have Service still in playing at quarterback.
Yeah, they're a running team with the athletes. You get behind it kind of takes them out of their game a little bit. But they have some athletes. Still, this game far from over. 2nd and 6 for the Riverhawks. Time will keep it far side. Taken down over there by Nolan Hopeful, I believe, on the tackle, on the pursuit and tackle. Nice job, Nolan Hopeful, getting down the line and making the tackle.
That was Gabe Service with the run that time for the Riverhawks. One thing to keep an eye on, Christian Rudrud has not been on the field for this drive.
3rd and 5. I don't think this is 4-down territory, though, here, do you, Jeff?
No, but you can't afford to fall any farther behind either.
No, that's true. Back to pass. Looking, they're going to go for it across the middle. Got it, man. Nice pass, nice catch. That's completed to Avant Williams on a nice route that he ran and a nice catch. 1st and 10 for the Riverhawks.
Avant Williams, a big tight end, 6'2", 200-pound junior with a nice crossing pattern and the catch. Move the sticks, a much-needed first down that time for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, they got to score here, don't they? I mean, 1st and 10. Keeper up the middle, taken down by a couple Wildcats. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Brecken French, number 20, with the tackle. Brecken French has strung together a couple of pretty solid games in a row. Had an interception a couple weeks ago.
2nd and 7. Clock continues to run here in the first half. Wildcats up 41-16. Your scoreboard is correct. Service is going to keep it, looking for a block. Moving forward, he's an athlete and gains about 4 or 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
He is an athlete, real solid basketball player too. He's been on the basketball team the varsity team since he's been a freshman. So, multi-sport athlete. Gave service. He's trying to will the Riverhawks to get back in this game all on his own.
Riverhawks with their hands on their hips, getting the signal from their sidelines. They no huddle. Pistol formation, service. Going to throw it across the middle, little route. He's back over there again to Avant Williams. That's a nice play. Avant gets in behind the linebackers. He puts it right on them, and they move the chains.
Yeah, Williams has been open a couple of times over the middle so far tonight. Good job by service. Waiting for him to complete his route, found him upfield, and nice gain that time and a 1st down for La Crosse Central.
1st and 10 Riverhawks on their 23-yard line. Handed off, near side. That one goes to, who is that?
Karan Carter, number 1.
Thank you.
Not much.
Not much doing there. Second down and 8 for the Riverhawks. They've had some luck passing the football. Let's see if they decide to go back upstairs here. Down 41-16 in a must-score situation. Time Service will run it to the left side, looking for blocks. Now cuts it back up, headed towards 1st down yardage. I think he's got it over there into past the 15. I think he's got a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. That will allow them to get a 1st down in the 2.
Yep, it should. And again, once again, the La Crosse Central finding some success running the ball outside against the Wildcat defense and move the sticks.
Hey, John Ackerman watching from Colorado. High snap. Gonna think about, now we got a flag on the play. It might be a holding flag on the play. I think it might be a hold, Jeff.
Should be. It's certainly in that
holding
in that area.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Anthony Hengst from the Fox Valley, he said, we're excited about the possibility of an Oshkosh North River Falls matchup. I suppose you are there from the Fox Valley.
That could happen, although New Richmond's just scored.
And this game has a long ways to go.
Spartans now lead 42-36 over the Tigers. That game being played at New Richmond High School, and it's already in the 4th quarter. That was a 6 o'clock start for that game.
That's a big penalty there. They were getting inside the 10-yard line, pushes them all the way back to the 22. It'll be basically 1st and 20 from the 22. They can get a 1st down on about the 2. Service rolling out to his left, looking down the field, and that falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 20 from the 22.
Pass batted down that time by number 7, Caden Johnston got his paw on the ball.
Where is here? Let's go here. Real quick, Jeff. We have a second. We should probably also, this is one of my favorites. How about the all-academic state football team for the River Falls Wildcats? Todd Benedict, Brecken French, Jack Larson, Blake Schneider, Sam Simpson, Austin Stelreich, and Matt Tiffany.
Yeah, 7 of them. That's a pretty high number for a high school football team. Congrats to all of you boys.
That's a good one. Got to tuck it. And speaking of Stelreich, there he is, right on cue.
Sack number 10 for Austin Stelreich. Was able to get into the backfield and chase down a very athletic Gabe Service for the sack. And that pushes him way back.
Stelreich on the all-academic team, and then right on cue, as we call his name, says, how about if I put a sack and a little exclamation point on that? 3rd and what do you got? About 3rd and 25. It's 3rd and 25.
Coach Schurz opting not to use one of his 3 remaining timeouts to try to get the football back here. Clock under a minute. And
we have a timeout.
Timeout by Central.
Although
there's, Wildcats can score in less than a minute.
So with that, they can. So with that minute timeout, let's go thank our sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls. Let's play their long one right here.
All right, team, this is it. Today we leave it all on the teller line. No shortcuts, no miscalculations, and every transaction counts. So let's get out there, give it everything we've got, and show our customers that with First National Bank of River Falls, they can always count on us every step of the way.
To put it all on the line. Ooh, yeah. Time to put it all on the line. When they time to put it all on the line.
Thank you, First National Bank of River Falls. Back to the action we go. 3rd and 25, back to pass, stepping up in the pocket. Going to try to throw it to the end zone. Knocked down and incomplete. It'll now be 4th down from the 26-yard line. They can get a first down on the 2 or 1.5. 4th and about 25. You got to go for it here, Jeff, huh?
I have to go for it there. That was close. It was a good play that time by Benedict and the Wildcat defense, but he had the receiver open for a brief moment there in the end zone.
4th and 25. And you got to throw it to the end zone here, basically. So you keep everything in front of you. If you're the Wildcat defense here, do not let them get behind you. If you're Austin Stelreich, just go ahead and pin your ears back and go Michael Parsons on him right here. Going to roll out. Going to try to run it. Pitch. Cut back. Headed towards first down yardage. Not going to get there, and they like the effort, but they're short of first down yardage, and with 30 seconds to go, they're going to turn it over on downs, and 30 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but probably enough time for the Wildcats. Or do you just take that 41-16 lead and you put your knee down here and go into the locker room?
I assume that's what Coach Schurz is going to do right here, given the fact they didn't use any of their timeouts, and there's no reason at this point to risk making a mistake and allowing Central to get some momentum here going into halftime.
I think so. Wildcats will kick off, and the Riverhawks will receive to start the 3rd quarter. So, you don't want to do anything bad here. So, taking a knee probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
That's a smart move, I think.
Oh, yeah. How much time is left in that game of the Oshkosh North New Richmond game? 9 minutes left there. It's 36-42, still in doubt. Oshkosh does have the ball. So they are going to go back to pass, and so much for, how about a screen to Joseph Tarasavage? How about get this kid in some open field? Look at him go, rumbling, stumbling, out to the 30, moving out to the 32 on a screen pass, gain of about 25.
And the Wildcats call timeout with 21 seconds left. They use one of their 3 remaining timeouts.
So how much for our theory of just being satisfied going into the locker room?
Pretty safe play, Kevin, that they ran right there, a little screen pass, and I'm sure Tino was instructed, don't throw the ball unless you're 100% sure that you're not going to risk making a big mistake, and Tarasavage caught it, ran about 20 yards, and now they got a shot.
You know what I'd like to see here? I'd like to see him get down to like the 30, let the Carafel kid kick like a 50-yarder. He's like, I think he's earned that opportunity this season for how well he's kicked the football.
He has. It's one thing we have noticed tonight. The kickoffs have not been going very far with the cold weather and the wet ground, so might be a little tough tonight, but we'll see if Coach Schurz gives him a chance.
Here we go. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 with still 21 seconds to go. Wildcats with still 2 timeouts in their possession. Let's see what they like to do here. Pistol formation. Back to pass. Massa. Stop route. Caught. Not a bounds. Gain of 8 on the play. That's to Novak. It'll be 2nd and 2.
That play took 5 seconds, so 16 seconds remaining here in the first half.
You got to go about 30 yards to give Carafel a chance. Yeah. You need about 30 yards in 16 seconds. Let's see. Massa back to pass again. He's going to look out. He's in trouble, and that's incomplete.
Boy,
Massa
caught a break
hit
there.
Massa hit hard from behind. That falls incomplete with 12 seconds to go.
Slow whistle. I thought at one point that the referee was going to say that was a fumble, but he did rule that to be an incomplete pass.
Incomplete. It did look like from here he was moving his arm forward. 3rd and 2. 12 seconds. Trips up top. Pistol formation. They're going to hand it off to Joey, who's got the first down yardage and more, out to the 50, the 45, the 40, the 30. They're in field goal range out at the 25-yard line with 5 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, good move by Terry Savage getting out of bounds there. He potentially could have had an opportunity to cut the ball upfield, but was able to get out of bounds.
Here it is.
They are going to kick. Let's see.
Let's see it.
This would be about a
47-yarder. 44-yarder. That's a healthy kick in high school football. I can't wait to see this. 44-yard attempt by Gavin Carafell. Riker O'Keefe will be the holder. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is. Oh, hit the crossbar. Hit the crossbar. Hit the crossbar. Doink. He needed 6 more inches on that, and the Wildcats will take a 41-16 into the locker room. Well, that was kind of fun.
That was fun. Gave it a run. Again, I think the cold weather probably had something to do with that, because Gavin can kick the ball farther than that. We've seen him do it all season in warm-ups, and just not great conditions here tonight, but good effort.
A solid doink on that, but hats off to Gavin Carafell. That's a long high school football kick, and we have seen him kick them better than that. That one didn't get a lot of height on it, but just hit the crossbar and fell down and out. But 1/2 in the books here from David Smith Stadium at Rammer Field on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. It's your River Falls Wildcats 41, the La Crosse Central Riverhawks 16, and we're going to halftime. Well, we're at halftime. How about that? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and let's show the highlight clip right now of the season. Then we'll come back with some Wildcat trivia. Give you enough time to go get a pop. Thank you, Chris Larson, for putting that little season highlight package together. Let's go do some Wildcat trivia. We're going to have some fun tonight with Wildcat trivia. You're going to be playing for one of those delicious Charlie Cat chicken sandwiches down there at Tarnation Tavern. And If you win tonight, we'll let Fred Barr know, and you go down there and you just say, hey, I won Wildcat Trivia last Friday night, and they'll get you one of those glorious Charlie Cat chicken sandwiches. This week's trivia question will involve a little Wisconsin geography knowledge and will concern the 4 remaining Big Rivers Conference teams still in the WIAA playoffs. You know who they are. We've got Hudson, New Richmond, Rice Lake, and River Falls. So the question, the Big Rivers Conference still has 4 schools remaining in the WIAA football playoffs. I just told you who they were. All 4 of these schools are hosting second-round playoff matchups tonight. For your trivia question, and knowing Google Maps is the final deciding factor, who can name in order from high school to high school what Big Rivers Conference matchup tonight is the furthest in miles to the shortest in distance? You must have all 4 matchups in the correct order. So let's go mileage tonight. So we got Rice Lake is hosting Wauwatosa East. Hudson is hosting De Pere. River Falls is hosting La Crosse Central, and New Richmond's Oshkosh North. So who's got the farthest to go on that for the 4 games? So you got to give me, so who's traveling the farthest? Who's traveling the least distance tonight in those 4 matchups. I know there's been a little hubbub around this week about all these teams traveling all over the state. Well, tonight we kind of embraced that, and we made it into a Wildcat trivia question about who's traveling the farthest. So give me the order of travel to Rice Lake, River Falls, New Richmond, and Hudson. Who's got to go the farthest tonight to play those games? And if you get them right, you're going to get yourself a Charlie Cat chicken sandwich. So you got to give me in order who's traveling the farthest. Someone says Rice Lake and Wauwatosa East. Well, that's a start, but you got to give me them all. That is the farthest, Isaiah. So, but you got to give me them in order. Nathan says Oshkosh North. Well, they're on the list, but again, you give me chronological order of the 4 games. Who's traveling the farthest to the least farthest? So I'm going to give you the hint is Isaiah's got it. So Wauwatosa East is traveling the farthest to Rice Lake. So that's the farthest. So you got 3 more to go.
I do have one guess by Mark Chapin. And
yeah,
he's close, but not quite there. He guessed Wauwatosa, Oshkosh, De Pere, and La Crosse.
Yeah,
so
they're close.
You're almost there. You had
Craig Finson
2 of them wrong.
Craig Finson says Wauwatosa to Rice Lake. That's right. And then Oshkosh to New Richmond. Then De Pere to Hudson. Yes, Oshkosh to New Richmond, and then that's it. La Crosse to River Falls. Craig Finstead, you win tonight. So I'll give you the distances. So Wauwatosa East has 295 miles to Rice Lake. De Pere to Hudson is 257 miles. Oshkosh North to New Richmond, 245 miles. And La Crosse Central to River Falls, the shortest trip at 118 miles. So congratulations, Craig Finstad, winning tonight's Wildcat Trivia. Go get yourself one of those glorious Charlie Cat chicken sandwiches. A lot of miles by school buses.
It's a lot of miles. A lot of miles.
So there you go. Thank you, Jeff Bjork, for putting that together tonight. Also, we should probably go talk about Man Up Movement. Man Up Movement. I do have a list. So believe it or not, we've been working on the Man Up Movement for exactly 1 week, and we're over 50% at the Man Up Movement. Let's start here. First of all, I mean, if we're looking for an image that says Man Up Movement, how about this one right here? Let's get right there. That's Man Up Movement right there. Rob there, he's got that frost in his beard. Look at him. Man Up Movement 2025. So we've been after this for 1 week. Before I do that, I should probably talk about our 3 recipients this year. First one is the River Falls Robotics Club. Second one is the Accessibility Wisconsin, Accessibility River Falls. And the third one is the Sunshine Fund right there. So those are our 3 recipients this year. Again, 100 men donating $100. In the past 6 years, we've got way over 100 men, but we're going to go for 100. Hopefully we'll get 1,200 again like we've had in the last few years. So I want to give out a quick thank you to the over 50 men that have already contributed in week 1 of the Man Up Movement. So I'm just going to go down the list here. Paul Aderman, Todd Andrews, Fred Barr, David Bell, Corey Benedict, Jeff Bjork, Corey Brathall, Chris By, Thomas Carroll, Jeffrey Cudd, Jeremy Cudd, Clint Delander, Dylan Dock, Rob Derry, Byron Dopkins, Matt Dusick, Jana Fireeisen, JP Fireeisen, Randy Fireeisen, Craig Finstad, Michael Fuller, Carl Galke, Scott Gavin, Scott Ermy, Dan Jenkins, Kelly Jenkins, Bill Jensen. How about the Dad Jensen, Slick, Jeff Johnson, Mike Cayley, Gene Kirk, Zach Lindquist, William Loomis, Mario Massa, Mike Miller, Scott Morissette, Dan Murray, Chad Randleman, Jackson Rohde, Russell Swanson, Todd Schultz, Jason Swantz, Scott Simpson, the Sheriff, the Stoffels, Gretchen Stoffel and the Sheriff, Steve Trebus, Keith Vandell, Michael Van Osdale, Marin Ward, Kevin Westhouse, Brian Whipple, James Williamson, and Quinn Zemke. And then I had two more today, David Deal, Warren Kazitsa, and one more, Jeff? We gave me some money here? Is that, I don't know, someone, oh, Mark Vries. Oh, the Vriezer, and the Vriezer's in. There we go. I think it is. I think Vriezer's in the man up. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. So I'll put him in. We'll put him in the man up on that. Why not?
Sure.
We'll put it in there.
We'll put it in the kitty.
Put it in the kitty. So thank you to all those folks that contributed. You can just hit the Venmo button if you want to be part of this. To hit these three great recipients, nonprofits in River Falls to help out our community. You know, all of our volunteers do all this stuff for nothing, and we are able to leverage the power of our Legion of Loyal listeners to do some great things in our community. So hit the Venmo code there and be part of the Man Up Movement 2025 for the River Falls Robotics, the Accessibility Wisconsin Accessibility River Falls, and the Sunshine Fund. And we'll do the giveaway later. I see my phone's lighting up with the Venmo right now, so thank you.
Good.
And Jeff, what do you want to talk about?
We talk about the Booster Club.
Booster
a little
Club. Let's do Booster Club real quick once. Let me see. We're trying to find that. We do have a QR code for that one. Here it is.
There it is.
No, that's River Falls.
No, that's River Falls Broadcasting.
So
Yep.
we have it though. There it is. Okay, here it comes.
All right. The River Falls High School Athletic Booster Club is in the midst of their 2025 membership drive. The River Falls High School Athletic Booster Club helps sponsor all 22 boys and girls sports at the high school. How the club works is they raise money through a couple of different sources. One, their membership drive, which is ongoing right now. And then two, there's a fundraiser that's typically held in the winter. All of the proceeds that are raised from those two fundraisers will be donated to the 22 high school sports at River Falls High School, boys and girls. Since 2016, since when the club was founded, we have granted over $400,000 of funds to the 22 sports programs at the high school. And those funds basically go for items that are not budgeted for, that the school doesn't have enough money in their budget to be able to afford, and thus the Booster Club steps in and is able to help those different sports out. If you'd like to become a member, and we would love to have you, you can do a couple things. One, either click on the QR code which you see on your screen right now, or head to the website at rfhsboosters.org. Again, that's rfhsboosters.org. There's several different levels of membership that you can take a look at, and some of them, or many of them, come with some swag items that you can walk away with if you become a member. So please consider joining today. Again, rfhsboosters.org. We'd love to have you.
Jeff, I learned before the game tonight that I've been a member the last couple of years. I thought I was a lifetime member, but Cheryl Swan says, no, it's annual.
No, it's annual.
It's annual. I said, well, you should consider like selling that lifetime membership for like $10,000. I said, let me know. We'll just be done with it.
So then you're in, huh?
And-
For $10,000? You
whatever.
know what? I can make that happen.
Right, and just be done. Lifetime member. So
I could make an executive decision.
I think she should just do like the lifetime membership.
Yep,
one time.
$10,000. Yeah, if you'd like to become a lifetime member and you want to give us $10,000,
just be done with
we
it.
can
right?
we can do that.
You're right.
Sure.
Then we don't have to get these the text messages from Cheryl every year. Just be done with it.
Yep, exactly.
I'll see you in 11 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that, or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
God willing, at this
yeah,
age.
yeah.
So.
All right, so let's also thank our game sponsor tonight, Serve Pro. I want to thank Chris Lick, who sponsored tonight's game with Serve Pro. They do a real nice job cleaning, restoration, and construction. 715-381-2266. Thank you, Chris Lick, with Serve Pro. What do we have? Some other statistics or Wildcat history. Go ahead.
Well, let's do that first. Yeah.
Okay.
Take a look at the wide receivers. We already went through the running backs and the quarterbacks. The career receiving yards leader is Mason Novak, who you've seen out here on the field all season, number 3. He has 102 receptions for 1,295 yards for his career. Closely followed by Joe Stoffel, who just finished a fine college career at North Dakota State University. Third is Mason Gretz. Fourth, Jared Crean. We were talking about him a little bit before the game. And number 5, Matthew Walkler, was 5th on the all-time receiving yards list. Season receiving yards, again, Jared Crean had that phenomenal year in 2018 where he went over the 1,000-yard mark in receptions and 18 touchdowns in probably the finest single season for a receiver that's occurred in Wildcat history. Novak second. Michael Sherman, who's currently playing at Bemidji State, is third. Mason Gretz is fourth. And Todd Benedict, who we've seen out here on the field tonight, is fifth. And taking a look at their yardage for tonight.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Novak has 806 going into today's game. Mason already has 68 yards. He can tack on to that. From tonight's game, Todd Benedict can add another 64 to his total so far tonight. Here's tonight's halftime stats. You can see on the screen just total domination by the Wildcats so far, especially offensively. 253 yards passing, 191 yards rushing for a total of 444 total yards, and that is just in 24 minutes of football. Lacrosse Central's had a strong half.
Not bad, really.
Offensively.
Not bad,
certainly
really.
Not defensively, but certainly offensively with 241 yards of total offense, but they're 200 yards plus behind the Wildcats. Wildcats also have avoided the penalties, which has not been the case very often this season.
No.
They've done a good job playing clean football during the first half as they lead 41-16. Updating Tino Massa's stats, 9 completions, 11 attempts, 253 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Tino.
He's at the top of my whiteboard for the garage grinder of the game.
He might be under by himself. Terrace Savage, 14 carries, 197 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Joe. Receiving, Terrace Savage also leads the receivers, 2 receptions for 73 yards. Mason Novak, 4 for 68 and a touchdown. Todd Benedict, 2 for 64 and a touchdown. Raker O'Keefe, 1 for 48. Defensively, Thay Dreyer with 7 tackles, Nolan Hopeful with 5, Todd Benedict with 4, 2 each for Brecken French, Jack Larson, Blake Schneider, Oliver Simmons, Sam Simpson, Anthony McPherson, Austin Stelrite, Josh Jenkins, and 1 each for Caden Johnston, Matt Tiffany, and Cole Dykus. Stelrite has the only sack of the evening for the Wildcats.
A good one.
Thank you, Dan Jenkins.
Yes, I also want to give one more shout out to their academic All-State 2025 Wildcat football players: Todd Benedict, Brecken French, Jack Larson, Blake Schneider, Sam Simpson, Austin Stelreich, and Matt Tiffany. Congratulations to those academic All-Stars for the River Falls Wildcats.
And that, well, we're nearing the end of the Oshkosh North New Richmond game. North leads 42-36. It looks like they have to run one more play here. Oshkosh North has the football. And And it looks like they are in victory formation here, I believe. 4th down. Braden thinks there's 2 seconds remaining here in this game. Winner of that game will take on the winner of the game you're watching here tonight between River Falls and La Crosse Central.
2 seconds, 1 second, 0. Perfect time. Perfect. We're on the field.
We'll keep an eye on the end of this game for you, and we'll give you the winner in a second.
Watching the final play. And they'll take it down.
And that'll do it.
No, they left a second on the clock. Nope, now they ran it out.
Oshkosh North defeats New Richmond, going on the road to New Richmond High School. Not an easy thing to do, and defeats the Tigers by a score of 42-36. The Spartans will take on the winner of this game. Either
there it is.
Yep, there's your final right there. They'll either head to River Falls next week to play the Wildcats, or they will be at home to face the Riverhawks if the Riverhawks are able to come back here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of game left, a whole half of football, and they run it out to the 25-yard line to start half number 2. This game far from over. Riverhawks are a very, very talented athletic team. They can put points up. They're down 41-16, but a lot of football to be played here yet tonight in River Falls.
The rain looks like it's coming down a little harder right now, Kevin.
A little harder. It's got to be on the verge of snow. Do we have a weather? We're going to put up our weather bug, see what we got going on here to start the second half. Let's see. There it is, 38 degrees, Jeff.
With a wind gust of about 13 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Feels a little colder than 38. I'd say about 34, 33.
It's a light mist. They'll hand it off, far side. That one goes to Karen Carter. And gains about 3 on the play. We haven't called his name a lot tonight. That was number 1, though, Karen Carter on the carry. Yeah, for those of you in the comments section about the scores, just look at your scoreboard in front of you there. Look at the bottom line. Braden Engstrom's got all the scores up to the minute scores there. 2nd and 7. Hand it off again. They'll go back to Karen Carter again. Gets to the edge. Short of first down yardage. Gains a couple. It'll be 3rd and about 4.
That's Karan Carter, a 5'8", 165-pound senior. And what's interesting here, Kevin, is for those first 2 plays, no Gabe Service, no Christian Rudrud on the field for the Riverhawks.
Well, that's interesting, huh?
A lot of game here left. We have a new quarterback that was in the game for at least the first 2 plays, number 18. That's Beckett Ellert.
Ellert. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Hands it off. Kron trying to get to the edge, and he is taken down, but I believe he has enough for a first down.
I think so.
Kron Carter on the carry. He needed 3, gains 4. 1st and 10, they'll move the chains. Yeah, that's very interesting about the people in the football game for La Crosse here to start half 2.
Yeah, the offense is revolved around 2 guys for the Riverhawks. That's Gabe Service and Christian Rudrud,
who are not
all
in the football
season,
game.
And Rudrud was not in the last possession that the Riverhawks had the ball, and now Service is not in either.
Interesting. Kron trying to get to the outside. Moves forward. Kron Carter, he's 5'8", 165. He's a senior. Cowbells are alive and well here on the near side for River Falls.
Todd Benedict and Cole Dykus in on the stop for the Wildcats that time. Brings up a 2nd and about 7.
That Slinger Notre Dame game tied at 21 in the 3rd.
Yeah, that's a dandy. 2 defending state champions. Notre Dame, the defending Division III state champion, Slinger Division II.
2nd down and 7 for the Riverhawks. Once again, their 2 horses are not in the game. Scrambling to his right is Allert. And incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Yeah, do you think it's injury? What do you think, Jeff? It's kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't want to conjecture too hard, but what do you got?
I find it a little hard to believe that they'd be waving the white flag here at this point.
Did they have a hubbub at halftime? I mean, what happened?
Early.
Right?
I don't know. It's
unusual.
Hate to speculate, but
right.
it just seems too early to start clearing your bench. It's
right.
So 25-point game.
Beck and Allert now. Pistol formation. Going to fake the handoff, throw across the middle, got a guy wide open, right down the seam, and nice pass, nice catch down to the 32. Boy, 2 open there.
Yeah, that play's worked a few times tonight for the Riverhawks. That's a big tight end, number 5, Avant Williams. Just wide open or right over the middle of the field, and was able to run after the catch and move the sticks for the Riverhawks after they were behind a 3rd and long situation.
Down to the 34. Or maybe they're just going to keep those guys fresh for defense. I don't know. We'll find out, huh? Beckett Allert's going to keep it now and met at the line of scrimmage. Actually behind the line of scrimmage by big old number 44, Tyler Hastings, who put a lick on him.
Yeah, Allert, he's a 5'11", 150-pound junior. Certainly not as big as Services, but he's moving the Riverhawks down the field here.
Second, lost a yard on that one. It'll be 2nd and 11.
My original plan was to drive home after this.
So Allert is flanked by Kayron Carter in the backfield. They go back to pass again. Swing pass, far side, got a man. Caught and swarmed down on the far side after a short gain of maybe 1 or 2. It'll be 4th down and 9. Got to go for it here.
Tackle that time by Blake Schneider. It's 3rd and 9, actually.
Excuse me, 3rd and 9. They got to the 3rd and 9. They got to the change of that down quickly. 3rd and 9. Wildcat fans alive here on the near side. 3rd down and 9. They're going to go 2 receivers here to the near side. Rain is coming down. Look at that, Jeff. Oh, it's gnarly, doesn't it? That's football weather right there. Man in motion. Fake handoff, rollout, looking down the field, being chased. Just going to chuck it and almost intercepted by Todd Benedict. But second time tonight, Benedict had a really good chance. Interception, didn't quite get it there. Now it'll be 4th and 9.
Yeah, Todd will be kicking himself over those two.
First one was easier. That one was a little tougher, but he did have both hands around it.
Slinger, the Owls, lead Notre Dame in a bit of an upset, 35-21 in the 3rd quarter.
4 seed at the 1 seed.
The winner of that game will likely take on Rice Lake if they can hold on to their 25-point lead over Wauwatosa East. That game will be next Friday night.
4th and 9. It's going to little trickeration, but that isn't going. Now we got a flag. That's going to be a face mask.
I believe
Jeff.
that's a face mask. You're right. They had him stopped. They didn't need to do it, but
it was a little bit incidental. And face mask, River Falls, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Yeah, they had him wrapped up. He kind of reached back, and I think he got a handful of face mask there, and that'll be a penalty in River Falls. Probably be a first down for.
And that's the first penalty.
Lacrosse.
First penalty of the game tonight, Kevin.
I
for
believe
the Wildcats.
so. I believe so. And that one wasn't egregious. It was just trying to make a play there. He had him stopped.
Yep.
He just reached back and got his hand up in the grill, and that'll be a first down. Move the chains for Lacrosse Central. That's too bad for River Falls there.
Keeps the Riverhawks alive a little bit here.
Bentley takes the ball to
First and 10. Move the chains on the face mask penalty. Run up the middle. Moves it forward for about 6 or 7. It'll be
Carter.
2nd and 4.
Karan Carter with the carry. Central's moved the ball tonight. Throughout the entire game, they had a lot of yardage at halftime, about 240-ish yards, and they've picked up right where they left off with Ellert now playing quarterback for the Riverhawks, and they have a nice drive going here inside the Wildcat red zone.
Again,
It's a
little counter
handoff.
little counter double handoff play. They had him in the backfield. He springs free, moves towards first down yardage. I think he's going to be just short. It'll be 3rd and 1.
It was Wyatt Foley who ended up with the football after the second handoff and was able to gain some positive yardage to make this a 3rd and short.
What a great shot there, though. Look at that. It's a damp night. See the breath. 3rd and short. Allard will hand it off. K-Ron to the outside. He's got first down yardage. And inside the 10, it'll be 1st and goal from the 8 for La Crosse Central Riverhawks.
Again, nice drive being put together by Allard and the La Crosse Central offense. The only good news about this drive, Kevin, is that
burning a lot of clock.
Burning a lot of clock. We're at the 6.5 minute mark already, and
yeah, this has been the opening drive. They've had it the whole
quarter,
whole third quarter. So back at Allard, pistol formation. He'll receive the football, hand it off to K-Ron Carter. Tries to get the edge, headed towards the promised land, knocked out of bounds at the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Riverhawks.
Clock continues to run, nearing the 5 minute mark here of the 3rd quarter. Long drive by the Riverhawks here.
Really long. And it was sustained by the 4th down face mask penalty that gave them the first down, or they would have had it stopped. 2nd and goal from the 2. Handed off to K-Ron again, and tackled down there by Caden Johnston, who got his arms around him at about the 2.
Johnson's played a nice game tonight. He's been in on several tackles, and the junior makes it 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal from the 2. Just not quite as dangerous without their big horses in there, Service and Growth, but Karen Carter, no slouch. Karen Carter. Back to pass, looking, crossing on. Oh, I tell you what, if Thade Dreyer would have looked up, he would have had a shot at that.
Yeah, he would have thrown it well behind the receiver and stops the clock at 4:02 left here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd, 4th down of this drive. This would be 4th and goal from the 2. Kind of a 2-point conversion type situation here. Cowbell's out here on the near side. Big play. Wildcats trying to get a stop. La Crosse Central had the ball this whole 3rd quarter trying to punch one in. Wildcats trying to bow up here on the 2. Allard gonna keep it, throw it, caught, touchdown. Avant Williams on the reception there on 4th down.
Avant Williams has kind of been their safety net throughout the entire evening. Whenever the quarterback gets in trouble, he's been able to find a hole in the defense and get open. Hats off, to Beckett Allard and the rest of the Riverhawk offense right there, putting together an 8-minute plus drive, getting in the end zone. Allard's first appearance at quarterback tonight, and
doing a nice job. That was a really good drive there by the Riverhawks.
Going to go for 2. They've been 2 for 2 so far tonight. Let's try to make this a 17-point football game.
Still within reach. Allard's going to roll out. He wants to keep it. Let's see if they can string this thing out. He's going to get the goal line. That's the 3rd 2-point conversion tonight.
That was the play I called.
3 for 3 for the Riverhawks, and they cut the lead to 17.
41-24 with 3:57 to go here in quarter 3. Yeah, I tell you what, the Wildcats have been sitting around a long time. Let's see how stiff they are. If they'll probably lost their sweat by this point.
Yeah, they haven't had the ball in a long time. Well,
there's the light rain coming down. You can see on your screen there what's happening here at David Smith Stadium at Raymer Field. It's a wet one tonight. It's wet and cool. It's not terrible, but it's damp.
Notre Dame has gotten back on the scoreboard. They now trail Slinger by a score of 35-28. Rice Lake punches it in. They now lead Wauwatosa East by a score of 43 to 18. That game's still in the third quarter.
I've been informed from my brother-in-law that my sister's even watching tonight down in Sarasota. So hello, Kim.
Hudson Raiders trail De Pere, the Redbirds, by a score of 17-14. That game in the third quarter.
A lot of good football around the state of Wisconsin, and one might even argue it's getting good in here. Getting good up in here. (21) 24-41 Cats. Cats have scored, I believe, in every possession.
They have. Well, except for the last one.
Yep. They hit the crossbar on a field goal from 40-something, 47 was it? Short kick. And fielded on the 27. They'll take a knee, and the Wildcats will start out 1st and 10 from their own 27. Yeah, the Wildcats even mixed in one onside kick on that.
They did. Stole a possession late in the second half and were able to punch that one in for a touchdown.
One could even argue maybe that's the difference in this game right now. I mean, if you do a 14-point swing on that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's a 17-point football game, so absolutely. Central's moved the ball tonight against the Wildcat defense. I'm sure that's something that they're going to want to get cleaned up prior to next week if they're able to advance.
Yeah. Wildcats right at their season average for scoring of 41. This is their first possession here in half two. Give it to Joey, right up the middle. Gains 4 or 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5.5.
Gave service back on the field defensively for the Riverhawks, but there is no Christian Rudrud at all. He has not played since
maybe a little dinged
midway
up.
Through the second quarter.
Maybe a little dinged up. I don't
Perhaps.
know. 2nd and 6. Give it to Joey again. He's moving forward. He's got 1st down yardage. And just like Joseph Tarasavich has done all season, just busts forward, gets through that first level, and just tacking on yards.
I was watching Sam Simpson on that play. He got to the first level, blocked somebody, got to the second level, blocked somebody, was all the way out to the third level, and there was nobody left to block. Yep, I just said that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yep. 1st and 10. How about some more Joseph Tarasavich? That time, the Riverhawks are ready for it.
Let's see if that's...
And they slam him down after the whistle. And no flag on that, Jeff. And he hit his head pretty hard on that as well. I'm kind of surprised he didn't throw a flag on that.
That was Oliver Walker with the tackle. Yeah, I was a little bit too.
Who was the Green Bay Packer who threw down Jim McMahon?
That was Charles Martin.
That was a little Charles Martin-ish.
Yeah, he had that little
little extra on that.
He had that list of numbers on his towel that all the guys he was going to take out.
Give it back to McGinnis, and I'm ticked off. I'm going to go high knees and take it to the house. Joseph Tarasavich. 67 yards. Wow, what a run. Yeah, he ran with a little purpose right there.
He did. A little angry, probably from what happened the play before.
And the Wildcats strike quickly again. Just haven't had the ball very long at all tonight. Just get it and score.
Yeah, that was less than...
And I don't think you want to make him mad. You slam him down like that, he says, give me the ball again. I'm going to go run one for 67.
Less than a 2-minute drive there.
Carafel bangs it.
Nope.
No good. Wide left for Carafel. So with 2 minutes to go here in quarter 3, it's the River Falls Wildcats 47, the La Crosse Central Riverhawks 24. Let's go back and take a look at this run, Jeff. Just gets right through the middle, not even touched. And then it's just off to the races. Old number 21 to the house.
That's about as big of a hole as you're going to see in a football game. I'm sure his eyes got wide open when he saw that. And
Look at the Wildcat fans here that braved it tonight. There they are.
Still hanging in. It's not nice out, as you can tell, but go through some quick statistics here. Tara Savage now up to 270 yards rushing tonight on 18 carries and 5 touchdowns. They didn't throw it at all on that drive.
No, just Joey.
Yep. Again, the winner of this game will square off against Oshkosh North, the Spartans, next Friday night. If the Wildcats win, that game will be played right here at David Smith Stadium.
And we'll have it for you right here on the River Falls Sports Broadcasting Network.
Yes, we will.
Hey, Dan, what is the time of possession tonight? I'd be curious in that if you could dial that up for us, because it's not close.
Yeah, the Wildcats have not had a long drive. That was one of the longest ones there.
18 minutes for the Wildcats and 26 minutes for La Crosse.
Crazy.
Kick is away. Headed down towards the end zone and goes into the end zone. Touchback. Nice kick, Gavin Carafell, and that'll be a touchback. And the La Crosse Central Riverhawks will start out 1st and 10 on their own 20.
Yeah, certainly some similarities to the UW River Falls offense, that high-powered Top Gun offense that they like to run. If you're looking to watch some more football this weekend, the Falcons will be right here at David Smith Stadium tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock as they take on perennial power UW Whitewater. In a big one. Whitewater ranked 8th in the nation, River Falls 9th.
Ooh, that'll be a Jim Dandy.
That'll be
What's that, a 1 o'clock kickoff?
1 o'clock start
1
right
o'clock
here.
kickoff tomorrow.
So if you're looking for some good college football, this is your place.
So he's got a point. Tara Savage in 2 games, 11 touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow. 33 is where he's at now. Inside handoff. That goes to Wyatt Foley. Foley gains 5 or 6 on the play. Call it 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Allert still in at quarterback. No service. I think we can assume that Christian Ruderd's night is done for whatever reason.
Yeah. 2nd down and 4 now for the Riverhawks. Last time they took about 8 or 9 minutes to score. That'd be okay with the Wildcats.
I think they'd be okay with that, yeah.
Handoff up the middle. Slicing, dicing, headed out towards 1st down yardage. Really close to 1st down yardage. I think he might have it. I think they'll get a fresh set of downs. They will. It'll be 1st and 10. Chain gang over there. Brian Pahacek, Jeff Bjork, Carl Gulke. Those are the 3 I know off the top of my head.
They're here. They'll probably be here tomorrow, too. In fact, they will be here tomorrow.
I learned those guys are volunteers as well.
Yep. And they do all the Falcon games as well.
Handoff. K'Ron Carter moving forward, and several Wildcats take him down. That might have been Caden Johnston there first on the tackle. We've called Caden's name a couple times tonight.
Yep, Caden and Blake Schneider, he's played a nice game as well. He was also in on the stop. Who's on the whiteboard?
I
still got the same name.
I still have the same name that was throwing absolute dimes tonight. I think your quarterback, Tino Massa's, he was lights out.
The only other person I would
Joey.
consider putting on there would be Sam Simpson, who he's been clearing
hole
after hole all season. There
and
is
just about picked off again. Good chance on the far side. Yeah, I mean, a lot of those long runs. Tara Savage, how many yards do we say Tara Savage had again? Is 270.
270,
but he's getting 73 in the air.
And
so 270 and 73. Is it 270 total yards?
343 total.
343 total. Yikes. That's pretty good. He was last week's garage gridiron grinder of the game. Little counter play again. That goes far side to Wyatt
And-
Foley. And Foley's got some speed. Now dinged up and taken down by Sam Simpson.
Well, there you go right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just incredible hustle out of
Defensive
that's
lineman.
a defensive tackle, folks, that weighs over 300 pounds.
Watch the
And
replay on this here.
if you want to know the type of athlete that it takes to get to the high major Division I college level, that's
Here it is.
watch him right here. See Simpson right there.
75.
Now watch him.
That's a highlight right
Yes.
there.
That's a highlight. Holy cow.
Nice play, Sam Simpson. There's Joey. Look at the kid. Just running her all over the place tonight. So that'll do it for 3 quarters. 47-24 Wildcats. Let's go thank our main sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls. Let's go 28 seconds. Thank you, First National Bank of River Falls, proud sponsors of everything Wildcat Sport, right here on the River Falls Sports YouTube network. I also want to thank ServPro, tonight's game sponsor. Thank you, Chris Lick, down there at ServPro, cleaning, restoration, and construction. Handoff again. Wildcats all over that, going nowhere, loses yardage.
Stelright and Dreyer on the stop.
Yeah, Jeff Swishier says O-line for the grinder. We gave it to them once earlier in the year. They always deserve it. When a guy's racking up 270 yards like that, he's not doing that without great blocking. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, Simpson especially has had just an incredible
Yeah.
game. And really on both sides of the line. You
Yeah.
know, he's been in on a lot of tackles tonight and
Yeah.
obviously clearing a lot of holes for Joey and giving Tino a lot of time to throw it.
Tipped up in the air. Simpson on the interception.
Well,
Get in the grinder.
well,
The kid.
there you go. Sam, you can listen to that whole
Look at a kid. 75. Headed to Indiana. They're ranked number 2 in the country. They're going to get a gem. They're going to get an absolute dandy. Let's go back and take a look at that again, Jeff.
We've been droning on and on about him for about the last 5 minutes, and watch him right there, Sam Simpson in the middle of the line. 2 guys blocking
Tipped up.
him, hustling after the football, and of course he catches it. The only thing I'm just a little surprised he didn't run it back all the way, given everything he's done tonight.
Just some great plays tonight. And you know what? If you're a Wisconsin high school graduate going to the Division I number 2 team in the country and you make plays like that, you're going to get yourself a grinder.
Yeah, and not to start hammering Wisconsin football, but I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah.
They missed out on somebody right there.
Right?
The local state college football team, because boy, he's something.
And he's getting better.
He's getting better. Yep.
Now we got the road graders in there. Getting low. Look at the kid. The 40, the 35. Stiff arm. Tack on 6 more. Trevor Bartlett, the kid. I can't wait to watch him for the next 2 years, Jeff. He's good.
Yeah, he's very good. He's decisive. He runs hard. He doesn't mess around.
He runs 8 inches off the ground, the road grader.
And he's only a sophomore.
Wow. And he's easy to identify with the orange shoes.
Yep, I like it. We'll try to call out some names as the subs start coming into the game, but Bartlett in at running back, Josh Jenkins in at fullback right now, number 8. We have Cal Dumont in at tight end, number 6. And the Wildcats call timeout.
And I'll give us a chance to maybe just run through all of our list of game sponsors tonight. Yeah, we don't have to do that one. Let's go right there. Let's start with First National Bank, and then we'll just go from there. First National Bank of River Falls, proud sponsors of everything Wildcat Sport right here on the River Falls Sports YouTube network. Want to thank Callie down at River City Stitch, 715-425-7088, right on the corner of 2nd and Maple Street for all your Wildcat gear needs. She'll get that done for you. Allie Massa with a Massa Mortgage Team. She'd love to quarterback your next home loan. Want to thank Black Wolf Exteriors and Joe Karras. Also, Jen Rivard with State Farm Insurance. And all those great replays you've seen tonight are brought to you by Leach Insurance Agency. Thank you, Steve Leach, down at Leach Insurance, 715-425-0159. Also, thank you, Sarah Jenkins with Property Executive Real Estate. I have to get your commercial yet tonight, too, Sarah, because it's a gem. Thank you, all of our sponsors of Wildcat Wildcat Football.
Charlie Burke in the game, number 0. We saw Charlie come back from his injury last week. Bartlett.
Again on the outside, head for about 9. It's tough. I mean, you think about sophomores excelling at varsity football, that's tough to do.
Yeah, he hasn't got a ton of carries this year, but when he's got them, he's taking advantage of them. He came into the game 50 attempts for 321 yards. Yeah, you'll be hearing his name a lot the next 2 years. And here comes Sam Simpson out of the game.
Yeah.
Need him.
Give that kid a clap right there. There he is.
Need him healthy.
Yeah, right. Take a blow, kid.
Yeah,
take a rest.
Take the rest of the game off. And think about what you're going to tell Kevin.
You're right. We're gonna have a little chat after the game. Bartlett again. He's got first down yardage and more. And the ball's on the ground, but they're going to say he is down. And they are into the Sunshine Fun red zone. We'll get that in 1 second. Speaking of Sunshine Fun Red Zone, I got too busy this week, but I need to call Jenny Rivard and Joe Karras, and you guys need to come out and do your big check presentation next week and bring your checkbook for the Sunshine Fund. They're each contributing $1,000 to the River Falls Sunshine Fund. So Jenny and Joe, next week, let's do that thing at halftime where you give your checks to the Sunshine Fund. First
Appreciate
and
that
10.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Sunshine Fund appreciates that. I was thinking about that last weekend and got very busy at work this week and just didn't get it done, but we'll get it next week. That time Bartlett loses a couple. I haven't said that too often tonight. Clock continues to run. 8:51, 8:50 to go in the contest.
Got to be confusing sometimes to know who to pick up, right? There's a lot of crap.
Second down and 11.
Bartlett was a little more outside.
Matt rolling out to his right, looking. Now he's in trouble. Going to have to get rid of it, and he's taken down for a loss. Maybe there, Jeff, I don't want to get too critical on this kid because he's been nothing but outstanding, but probably just got to throw it away there.
Just throw it away a little bit. Yeah, he's they definitely don't need to see him get hurt either.
No. Third and long. Third and what, 20? They're not, maybe 18. Third and 18 here. Third down 18. Wildcats can get a first down in about the 4. Play action, looking. Stop. Crossing route. Oh, just short of the intended receiver, Mason Novak. It'll be 4th down. Let's see if they decide to go for a field goal here or just go for it on 4th down.
This would be about a 39 to 40-yard field goal.
Give the kid a
here.
chance. They can totally
See
redeem
what they
himself.
do, and I think that they're going to again, Kevin.
There we go. I like it. Field goal chance here for Gavin Carafell. Last time he was it 39? Did he hit one off the crossbar?
44.
44 off the crossbar. This one's going to be from 40. Hash mark right.
Actually, marking it down at around the 30.
29.
This will be about 39-yard
39-yard field goal attempt. So let's watch the kid here. He's been good all season. Get a chance here after he missed a 44-yarder off the crossbar. That one's got plenty of distance and good! Gavin Carafell, congratulations, young man. That's a great 39-yard high school field goal there.
Yeah, that came off his foot a lot better than the last one did too, Kevin, and plenty of distance. That would have been good from about 48,
40,
maybe?
yeah, that plenty.
Somewhere around there.
That was halfway up the crossbars.
Yeah, so
no, that one came off clean that time.
good snap, good hold, and obviously an outstanding kick that time by Carafel. Wildcats hit the 50 number.
50 burger, 50-24 with 7:38 to go. Good for Gavin Carafel. I mean, the kid's had such a great season. He's just a junior. We'll have him back next year.
He'll be back next year.
And I got him on the whiteboard. I got him on the whiteboard all the time. If that would have been a game winner, he gets a grinder.
Yeah, we've been kind of saving it for
right. If you get deeper in the playoffs, he might have that opportunity.
These games are going to get a lot closer. Starting next week against Oshkosh North, that's an impressive win that they had. The Spartans did tonight at New Richmond. So I think it's okay to talk about that now. They'll be coming in here next week to David Smith Stadium to take on the Wildcats and
Level 3
football. The Wildcats' last appearance in Level 3 football was 2022 when they fell to West De Pere right here at David Smith Stadium. Awfully tough to get to Level 3. That's the final 8 of your division. So.
Hey, we got confirmation from the Garage Bikes and Brews. They said, yeah, that should seal it for Sam.
Okay, well then it's their awards.
It's their awards,
there you go. They should have some say.
Fielded back on the 9.
Nice tackle that time, Matt Tiffany, number 33.
He's on the all-academic team.
He is. Called his name a couple times tonight. Special teams stalwart for the Wildcats.
I trained him in the gym for a year. He's been come in with Josh. Looks like he's playing gunner. He's usually.
It's a shootout in Green Bay tonight. Notre Dame leads Slinger 42-35. Check that. We have a score update here. Hold on. Hold on. 48-35.
There we go.
The Tritons.
They came back. They were
leading
down.
The Owls in the fourth quarter. Notre Dame, the number one ranked team in state in Division 2, the defending Division 3 state champions. They would play, the winner of that game will take on Rice Lake, it looks like. The Warriors all over Wauwatosa East, 51-26 in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 9. Handoff up the middle. Short gain. Gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8. Depending on how optimistic you are. It's like about 3rd and 7.
We're going to have 2 10-1 football teams next week, Kevin.
Wow.
Oshkosh North and River Falls.
That will be a Jim Dandy.
That'll be a big one. Please come on out here to David Smith Stadium and watch the game. It'll be a big one.
I saw the weather forecast next week. It's supposed to be in the 50s all week long and sunny. So
that would be fantastic.
Yeah, so come on out.
Expect a big crowd here. Wildcats have never been to level 4. Ever. Since when they instituted the playoffs back in 1976. They have not been there. Nope.
Well, they're going to have their hands full with Oshkosh North. We'll have to do a little scouting this week and check that out. But Wildcats have a very, very, very explosive offensive team.
Yes, they do. As does North. So it's going to – they put up 42 points on that New Richmond defense. That's
pretty good.
Impressive, yes.
Punt is away. Wobbly kick. Hits on the 39, gets a bit of a Wildcat bounce.
And it went off
a Wildcat player.
It did, and it should be.
Is it New Richmond football or not? Who got on that? Still conferring. Far side, talking, conferring. What do you got? Did you hit that guy? Did you hit that guy? Who got on that? That's what they're saying right now.
Yep, that's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah, they're going to say Wildcat football.
Okay. That's a bit of a break, probably.
Right in front of the La Crosse Central bench as well. They're not really agreeing with that. but the referee said that's going to be River Falls football in huge plus territory on the 38.
Expect to see wholesale substitutions here as the clock winds down at 5.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. We have Colton Nesbitt in at quarterback for the Cats, number 17. We have number 28 on the field, Zach Faulkner. Get some of these names called here in a minute. That's number 36. That's Trevor Eng with the carry.
It's good to see some of these kids get in here. Also, too, I do know there were some freshmen that suited up tonight as well. If you knew that or not, let me see. I think I took a screenshot of those numbers. Let me see. Maybe I forgot to do that. But yeah, there were some freshmen that also were sitting up tonight for the Wildcats as well. And I thought I had the screenshot of their numbers, but I must have forgot to do that. Or maybe I printed it out. Let me see. Hold on.
There's the handoff that time to number 23. That's Carson Plurd. And that's just shy of a first down as the clock continues to tick under the 5-minute mark. I might have that, Kevin.
Yeah, I might have left it on the printer.
I might have printed it. This is really good television right here.
It is. I would like to give those kids who finally got a chance to suit up as freshmen first game. Oh, there it is.
I got her.
You got it.
Call them out here in a second.
Yeah. Their handoff up the middle.
Handoff again that time to
Eng, huh?
Trevor Eng, number 36.
It'd be 4th down and 1.
71, Michael Pelton. These are all freshmen here.
Yeah.
96, Landon Kufal. 97, Mason Fox. 52, Vinny Para. 93, Merrick Dietrich. And yes, there's another Simpson, number 94, Alex Simpson.
It's fun for those guys to get to suit up. Hey, I'm going to head down field side. I'm going to take the Grinder Trophy. I'm going to take a microphone and go interview the Indiana recruit, Sam Simpson, who earned his spot tonight as the Grinder.
With an interception, there's a run that time by 23. That's Carson Plurd. Yeah, he had an interception. He had that chase down tackle.
On defense.
Cleared a ton of holes.
Yeah.
Finley Bertrand is 23. You think for sure? Is it? Okay. Sorry about that. He didn't make the program, did he? What year is he? Freshman? Okay.
So you're going to pull up the Garage Grinder logo when I go down there, and I will see you guys field side.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. We'll call it in the rest of the way here. 3:21 left here in the fourth. Cats lead it 50-24. That's Eng. Still going, keeping those feet moving.
Getting a good push.
Yeah, makes something out of nothing there.
Yeah, big Sammy Simpson tonight.
Yeah. He had
an INT.
He had an INT.
Hey, Rob, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, Rob?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
He's standing right behind us.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
Yeah,
you're good.
yeah. Yeah, he had that pick, and then
he's just a load.
I think that chase down of that running back was probably even more impressive.
I think I've said my daughter, who is pretty quick and fast, something about a 10-yard sprint. She said he's faster than she is.
Yeah, Indiana's got a good one. That's an understatement.
Yeah, he's a stud. Absolute unit.
Yeah, it's
and he did pick the right school, right?
Yeah, he certainly appears to be. They
weren't that good when he picked it, but
yeah, they were. He picked.
They were coming on.
They're coming off
a
good year last year, but they've obviously raised things up a notch even more now. And
I think he went there because of the O-line coach from Wisconsin.
Yep. Bostad.
Bostad.
Yeah. And
he liked that dude and followed him there, so that's what it is.
He'll get to suit up and play a lot of winning football. So
you would think.
Yeah. Yep, they got it rolling. Timeout Wildcats here as they're in danger of a delay of game penalty.
So what did you see tonight, Jeff? What do you think?
Well, I think, what do we got here? We haven't played a commercial yet? Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Bring it.
Mark Jenkins, class of 73.
Randy Brenner, class of 74.
One to Wildcat.
Always a Wildcat.
Jeff Dumont, class of 71, 6 interceptions in 1 game.
Dave Linehan, class of 73, back-to-back champs, 71-72.
And I'm Sarah Jenkins, your River Falls Realtor. Just like these Wildcat legends, I'm all about winning for our community with the River Falls Sports Broadcasting Channel.
Thank you, Sarah Jenkins from Sarah Jenkins Realty. Longtime sponsor of Wildcat football here on the River Falls Sports YouTube network. 3rd and 6, minute 38 left here in the 4th quarter. There's Nesbitt rolling right, looking to throw, and that's in pretty much high school, college, or pros, that's called pass interference. Intended receiver that time was number 88, Chase Radloff, and
I thought they didn't call something, but they did.
Yeah, a little too much jersey there. Yeah, I think to answer your question, I think La Crosse Central fought hard tonight. They certainly moved the ball offensively. I thought they did a nice job of that throughout the entire game, and it.
Yeah, good team. I wonder what happened to
Rud, or
he must have gotten dinged.
I would assume that's what happened because we haven't seen him since midway through the 2nd quarter,
which is unfortunate. You never want to lose probably your best dude, right?
Yep, exactly. And I think the Wildcats were certainly bigger, stronger, a little more physical, and
I think the Wildcats are a better team.
Yep. Slinger Owls have scored a touchdown. They narrow the gap to 49-42.
Just shootouts all over the place.
3:30 left in the 4th quarter of that game. And
run out of bounds.
That was Dietrich? Is that?
I think it was
Bertrand.
Bartlett.
No? Sorry. I'll have to probably ask you that again 2 more times before the game has ended. Finley Bertrand.
Running the ball? Bartlett's out?
That was 23. Yep.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Bartlett is out.
Okay. I don't see very well, so.
Let's see. There's the give to Bertrand. Still going.
That was messy.
And he gets out of bounds, which stops the clock.
A little bit of miscommunication, it looked like, in the backfield, but
yeah,
is what it is.
Bertrand's only a freshman, and we have a sophomore quarterback, and
playing some young.
A lot
dudes.
of young guys out there playing right now.
As they should be.
Yep.
So you're calling for 50 next week, huh?
That's what he said.
I don't see it happening.
I'm not sure he was looking at the right city.
I'm saying 40s.
When he looked that up.
I'm saying 40s.
Yeah. I'm hoping for 40s.
Not bad. I thought it was going to be worse.
Yeah, it's all right. Of course, we're sort of inside.
And there's heat up here.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit of heat.
Coach Schurz is not happy there. You saw something he didn't.
Westy. Hey. Bud. Oh.
There's no student section. Where'd they go? Probably down there. They're probably down there.
Let's just give me a check 1, 2. All right, we're good there.
Oh. The game going on.
Yeah, we better pay attention.
Okay.
3rd and 8 at the 11. Here's the give to Bertrand, and he somehow made it through that first line, but brought down at about the 10. As we're under 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter, Wildcats lead at 50 to 24.
Just let her buck. Let's get out of here.
Looks like Notre Dame is very likely going to win that game. They just scored another touchdown, and so they now lead, pending the extra point, 55 to 42. Fourth down, 28 seconds left. Third down, excuse me, 28 seconds left here. Here's the give to Bertrand, and he's brought down just
That
shy
should
of the
do it,
10-yard
right?
line. It
I
should
think.
be it, I think.
I hope.
And the Cats move on to level 3 of the Division II WIAA football playoffs with a convincing 50 to 24 victory over the Riverhawks from La Crosse Central High School. Kevin Westhouse is field side.
Always.
Searching out tonight's gridiron grinder of the game. That is
I
Sam
think it's
Simpson.
going to be Big Sammy Simpson, yeah.
Sponsored
the
by
big load.
Sponsored by Garage Bikes and Brews.
First time this year, I'm kind of eager to hear him talk to him.
Yeah.
Big
yeah.
Sammy Simpson.
Yeah, during the offensive line award, he didn't have a lot to say. So I think Jonah Herstein kind of dominated that conversation. So
he did.
Now he's going to have to talk by himself because a lot of pressure. It's just him.
What's that?
I know his dad will be watching. His mom.
You know Dad will be on.
I know his first thing when his dad gets home tonight.
Yeah,
Scott's going to turn that on. He's going to fast forward right to the end.
Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt.
That's what I used to do. Make sure he doesn't say anything to embarrass the family.
I think he's good.
The family name.
I think he'll be all right. He's got to be a pro at this point. Oh, I see West. Oh,
there he is. Make sure you get a little closer. Crowd likes it. The crowd really likes our selection tonight. Garage Bikes and Brews. Garage.
The big dog, Sammy Simpson.
Bikes and Brews Gridiron Grinder.
Dude is a load.
You guys got me upstairs. How about that there? I'm with big old 55 Sam Simpson. Sam, you're going to.
Ooh, he's got to come a little closer. Maybe.
Feels awesome. One more week of practicing, one more game.
Did you hear Oshkosh North did beat New Richmond tonight? So you're going to have Oshkosh North, pretty high-powered offense in your house next week. You're going to be able to get your team ready for the Oshkosh North team next week.
Yeah, I'm excited for another challenge. Every week's a new battle. So,
hey, walk us through that interception you had. First of all, I got to ask you: is that your first interception?
Yes, it is.
At the line.
I mean, I look up, and then all I wanted to do was secure it. I mean, I wasn't looking for a pick six, just get the ball to the other side of our field. So
that was a really nice interception. We did kind of joke about that, with like you weren't getting too gritty. We thought maybe you just want to take that to the house, but you took the pick and just thought this is good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, Sam, you're headed to Indiana University, ranked number 2 in the country. Talk to us a little bit about going to transpire, Sam.
I'm graduating early, so my moving day will be January 8th, so pretty soon. Then I'll get down there, lifting, conditioning, eating, being with the team, learning the playbook. So,
how far can this team go this year, Sam?
I think we can go to state championship. I mean, I'm ready. I think our team is, so we're ready for the challenge.
Thank you for taking the time tonight. You're tonight's Garage Bikes and Brews Gridiron Grinder of the game. Joey had 230 yards in the ground, all behind your side of the line. Congratulations. I get one pop in the shoulder pads. Your team is waiting for you there, son. Congratulations. Best of luck to you at Indiana University. You hold tight while I get your picture. I'm going to take this right back upstairs to Jeff Johnson.
Great interview, Kevin. Tonight's Garage Bikes and Brews Gridiron Grinder of the game. Well-deserved. Number 75, Sam Simpson. Cleared a lot of holes for Mr. Tarasavage. Protected Mr. Massa. And added an interception to boot here late in the game for the Wildcats. Did it all tonight, Sam Simpson. Well-deserved. You can see how happy his teammates are for him as well. So definitely a well-liked football player, Sam Simpson. Wildcats move on to level 3. Like we said, they'll face Oshkosh North next Friday night, 7 p.m. here at David Smith Stadium. 2 10-1 teams going at it in level 3 football. Everything from this point forward, Rob, is going to be really, really tough. So,
oh, yeah, no doubt.
So if you can make it out here next week, we'd love to have you here. Otherwise, feel free to tune in. We'll have it for you right here on the River Falls Sports YouTube network. And we'll have some volleyball tomorrow night too, Rob, right?
Yeah, go over to Spash and try to get to the state tournament for sure.
Sectional final tomorrow night. Is that at 7 o'clock as well?
Yep.
And will you guys have that broadcast?
For sure, yes.
All right.
Yep.
Tune in the artist Rob Derry and Mr. Greg Peters on the call tomorrow night for some Wildcat volleyball action as they try to head to the state tournament in Green Bay the following week. So until next week, I'm Jeff Johnson, joined by Braden Engstrom here, the fantastic, extraordinary producer, as usual. The artist Rob Derry. Chris Larson on the field camera. Kevin Westhouse, the Godfather, who is working his way back up here to the booth. And Dan Jenkins on the stats. Again, your final score, River Falls 50, La Crosse Central 24. Good night, everybody.